Twins baseball. This afternoon from the Century Lake Sports Complex, it's the Minnesota Twins taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. Alongside Twins great Dan Gladden, I'm Corey Provis. Kyle Hammer is our on-site producer and engineer. One of the better days all spring. It's Minnesota Day here in Fort Myers. The parking lot was packed today, and we have a packed house inside the complex here today for this Grapefruit League action between the Twins and the Pirates. It's a windy but warm day, clear skies, temperatures in the low 70s. A great setting for baseball between these two teams. The pitching matchup for this one today, right-hander Jose Barrios making his second spring training start. Jameson Taillon, who is poised for a huge year, will throw for the Pirates. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll take a look at the lineups and more. The Twins and the Bucks coming up on your home for Twins baseball.
Here's this afternoon's starting lineups. For Clint Hurdle's visiting Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off and playing center field will be Adam Frazier. Batting second baseman will be Josh Harrison. Gregory Polanco will be in right field. He'll bat third. Batting fourth. Playing third base will be Colin Moran. Jordy Mercer will be at shortstop. He'll bat fifth. Elias Diaz will catch. He's going to bat sixth. Batting seventh. Playing left field will be Christopher Bostic. Eric Weiss will be at first base. He'll bat eighth. And Jameson Taillon will pitch and bat ninth. Taillon last year, 8-7 on the year, made 25 starts for the Pirates. Here's a starting lineup for your Minnesota Twins. It'll be Brian Dozier leading off and playing second base. Joe Mauer will bat second and DH today. Miguel Sano on the lineup at third base. He'll bat third, batting fourth. And in left field will be Eddie Rosario. Logan Morrison will get the start at first base, batting fifth. Byron Buxton will be in center field, going to bat sixth. In right field, batting seventh, it'll be Max Kepler. At shortstop, Jorge Polanco bats eighth. And catching, batting ninth, will be Mitch Garver. Pitching for Minnesota, 14-8 last year, 25 starts. For the Twins will be right-hander Jose Barrios. Umpires, this afternoon's contest, Tim Timmons will be calling balls and strikes. It'll be Jeff Kellogg at first base, fielding Colbert, the umpire, at second base, and Jeremy Rehak will be the umpire at third base. Adam Frazier ready to lead off for the Pirates. And to lead off here in the booth, here's Corey Provis.
All right, Danny, thank you. We have a packed crowd today. The berm is full up and left, packed down the right field line as well. Folks still filing in. Minnesota Day, always a great day here down here. Jose Barrios, his second spring start. Adam Frazier leads off for the Pirates in center field today. And the first fastball from Barrios at 93 in for a strike call. With that, we are officially underway here in Fort Myers. Nothing but blue sky. 73 degrees here at game time. The wind blowing in from left. And the 0-1 runs in underneath the hands of the left-handed batting Frazier. 6th-round pick by the Pirates back in 2013. Starling Marte will play center. Frazier can bounce around the outfield and the infield. Marte not here today. And the 1-1 is banged foul off the third base side. Pittsburgh, though, even without Marte here today, they have many of their regulars that made the trip down from Bradenton, including the guy on deck. Josh Harrison will be the second baseman. Gregory Polanco will be in right. Colin Moran, young third baseman. He's here today. Jordy Mercer, the shortstop. Now the 1-2 pitch, a fly ball, again foul. This one sailing past the Twins dugout. Berríos in his spring debut only lasted 1 inning. And his pitch count got high. Over 30 pitches in a scoreless inning against the Red Sox. And the 1-2 pitch, that one slicing foul left, and Rosario no play as it lands above the Twins bullpen. Now Berríos last year, 26 games, 25 starts, an ERA of 3.89. He joined the team in May. And he got off to a tremendous start. His main numbers were terrific. And with Irvin Santana out, could Berríos be in line for the opening day nod? The 1-2 pitch, and this battle continues as Frazier wearing out that foul territory, Danny, off the third base line. But Irvin's absence perhaps opens up a chance for this guy.
Well, it does, and it might open up a chance for maybe somebody else in this rotation, but this would be a good one here in Berríos. You mentioned his last start, just 1 inning, high pitch count. A lot of balls fouled off in that at bat in that 1 inning for him.
Curveball is low and inside, now chased by Frazier. If Berríos would get that opening day nod in Baltimore later on this month, he's only 23. It would be the youngest opening day starter for a Twin pitcher since Brad Radke was also 23 in '96. The 2-2 swing and a miss, not a good cut. Tied him up a fastball at 92, and Frazier, after a lengthy battle, retired by Berríos. 1 up, 1 down. That's a weapon that Berríos brings. Strikeout potential. He averaged 9 strikeouts per nine, and you compare 2016 to 2017. His strikeout rate went up. His walk rate decreased. All signs you want to see from a starting pitcher, and a young one at that. And Berríos only 23. Josh Harrison 0 for 9 so far here in the spring. Bats right-handed. As Berríos misses outside, a fastball at 93, ball 1. Harrison, a 2-time All-Star, still here with his Pittsburgh team that is in transition a bit. And the 1-0, a line drive into right. Kepler drifting, still going. Maxwell turn over his head and off the wall in play. Harrison to second base. His first hit this spring is a 1-out double off the wall in right. There are plenty of Pittsburgh fans here today, and they are now heard. So Harrison, good player. 16 homers last year, knocked in 47 runs. He doubles off Berríos here in the opening inning.
It's funny how you talk about this, why Harrison's still here. This is a Pittsburgh team kind of in transition, maybe going young, making some trades, getting some younger players, some good players. And they feel that a few things are happening. Their winnings is going down, but also 98 wins in 2015. Since then, pretty steady decline. Last year, just 75 wins. So they're hoping that they're going to kind of get it turned back around in probably 2019.
Andrew McCutchen no longer with Pittsburgh. He was dealt to the Giants. Their #1 starter, Garrett Cole, traded to Houston. And now Gregory Polanco, left-handed batting right fielder. Harrison, big lead off second base, stays put. And Berríos, a fastball knee-high strike at 92, called 0-1. What the Pirates try to do is they try to keep their young players, and they'll buy out some arbitration years, Danny. They have this young man signed through 2021, team-friendly contract. Polanco, 5 years, $35 million. Go to second base. It's off Polanco's glove, and holding at second is Harrison. That's Jorge Polanco, the shortstop, covering. Gregory Polanco is the hitter. They tried that years ago with a player that never really panned out in Jose Tabata. One really good year. And the Pirates at the time, and I think it still is with some teams, going that route to buy out. The Twins did that with Brian Dozier, in fact, and that contract is up after this year. Buy out some arbitration years before free agency. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Change right there, Danny?
Yeah, good one right there. He kind of just swung through it, but now the difference is he's ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And Barrios spent a little bit too much time worried about that Harrison at second base, and he does look like he has a pretty good lead and wanting to steal third, but with 2 strikes now, I think he'll just calm down.
Twins have a good-looking lineup out there today. Nice to see Mitch Garver back in action today. Tweaked his knee in a game against Houston last week, or I guess it was midweek on Wednesday. His first action since today, catching Barrios. And there's the throw to second base. The tag applied, and Harrison back in. He was leaning a bit towards third. And Barrios saw that, stepped off, and Polanco covering behind the runner got the tag down, but Harrison just got back in.
And that little spin move right there, and that just, he stayed with it. These are things the Twins work on, and when you have a team like the Pirates that are going to be aggressive and try to run the bases and get those large leads, here's where you run your pickoff plays.
Runner stays, and the 0-2 pitch, a weak ground ball foul. Ran a fastball inside above the hands on Gregory Polanco. Twins lineup today. Defensively, Rosario in left, Buxton in center, Kepler in right. Logan Morrison is at first base today. We saw him DH the other day, and now his first chance at first defensively as a Twin. Mauer DHing. Dozier at second, Polanco at short, Sano at third. And again, Garver catching Jose Barrios. No score, top 1. And at second base, 1 out, Polanco batting. And the 0-2 has popped up. This should be fun with the wind howling. Garver measuring behind the plate, tosses the mask, and a nice catch on the warning track down to a knee. 2 down. That was exactly the drill that the teams work on with the catchers, Danny. On days like today, it's windy. And Garver confidently went back in that ball, and he flipped the mask to have 2 hands on the glove. 2 down.
What you do is you keep your feet moving, you stay under it, and he did just that. He asked that ball as it goes up, and it's got that spin on it. Not only are you dealing with the wind, but also the spin of the baseball, the way it's going to come back down. When it leaves the batter's box, it's going to actually come back toward home plate.
So now Colin Moran, he was the key player that the Pirates received in the Garrett Cole trade with Houston. Young third baseman looks at a curveball, low ball 1. AAA Fresno last year, Moran hit 18 home runs, OPS over 900. Was a first-round pick by the Marlins in 2013, then traded to Houston. Part of a multiplayer trade. Jake Marisnick was in that same deal in 2014. And then in January of this year, dealt to the Pirates for Garrett Cole. And the 1-0 is down and inside. Nice stop that time by Garver. 2-0, and it's also worth watching Garver today, Danny's defense. Barrios has that movement, not just his fastball, but his curveball. See how Garver responds defensively.
Well, Garver has been working on that in camp here, and he kind of knows that, you know, it's been addressed that, hey, he thinks his offense is going to play in the big leagues. It's that defense, and when you're a backup catcher, your defensive skills has to be there. That's got to be ahead of your offense.
Barrios behind 2-0, and here it comes, and it's swung on and sent foul. Moran late on the fastball. And 92 that was up.
But Garver's the type of guy that loves the challenge like that. He'll put in the hours and the time it needs that he needs to kind of go and work on getting in proper position in blocking balls. Game calling also.
It wasn't just Moran the Pirates received for Garrett Cole. The starting pitcher, Joe Musgrove, also in that same transaction. And the 2-1 at the plate and at the knees, a strike. Colin Moran, 25 years old. Pirates should have a few more left-handed power bats in their lineup this year. And that could be a favorable side for lefties at beautiful PNC Park. It's not all that deep to right. There is a high fence, the Clemente wall, 21 feet high. From the stretch, Harrison at second base, and now the 2-2, and that's flared foul. And a fastball in. Now Barrios, after throwing over 30 pitches in that 1 inning against the Red Sox in his first start, has a 19-pitch first inning going right now. Two and two on Colin Moran. David Freese still a part of this Pittsburgh team. Veteran third baseman, first baseman. He'll back up at both spots. Moran at third, and switch hitting Josh Bell the option at first. The 2-2 pitch, ground ball to the right side. First chance for Dozier, fielding between the knees, and he throws out Moran, and Berrios works around the double off Harrison's bat. Pirates don't score, hit, leave one. We played one half at beautiful CenturyLink Sports Complex. No score on your home for baseball. Right-hander Jameson Taillon on the mound today for the Pirates. Former first-round pick, only 26 years old, healthy in 2018. Misses inside on Brian Dozier. And that's ball one. Dozier 1 for 7, a double and an RBI so far here in the Grapefruit League, coming off a 34 home run season with 93 driven in. And the 1-0 pitch grounded to third, down the line and foul. Mauer on deck, and then Miguel Sano due up third against the right-hander Taillon, a former #1 pick. How about the 2010 first-year draft? The Nationals picked first, then they selected Bryce Harper. The Pirates at the second pick, this young man Taillon. The Orioles went third, Machado. Check swing and a foul tip, and that's hung on to.
Where can you go wrong with any of those guys?
Christian Colon went fourth to the Braves, and Drew Pomeranz went fifth to the Indians. Matt Harvey went seventh to the Mets. Dozier takes in at 95, 2-2. Taillon throws hard. Four-seam fastball, mid to upper 90s with a sinker, curve, and changeup. 25 starts last year. Mauer waits, and the 2-2 over but up, ball three. Taillon has battled injury throughout his professional career. Tommy John surgery, hernia, and then a large scare early last year. The 3-2 is bounced foul. Taillon underwent testicular cancer surgery in May of last year, and amazingly was back by June. He only missed 5 starts. Pirates have a shift on. 3 defending. Left at second base. 3-2 on Dozier. No score. And the payoff. Line foul deep to left. Dozier out in front of a Taillon fastball. Clint Hurdle, terrific manager, still leading this Pittsburgh team. Hasn't named officially his opening day starter. This guy on the mound today is certainly a candidate. Leg kick and the 3-2. Grounded to third and fair off the glove of the diving Moran, trickling into left field. Dozier around first, and he's going to make second easily. So pulled inside the line. Moran, a diving attempt. He slowed it down as it kicked off the leather, and with that, It's slowed down enough for Dozier to make second easily. Good start, leadoff double to begin the day for the Twins. Well, Danny, we had James Rowson on the other day, the Twins' second-year hitting coach, and certainly lineup conversations are being had amongst the staff. But Dozier, he is adamant that he loves hitting in that #1 spot.
Well, there's no question. I think that we've moved past that about where should Dozier hit. Yes, his numbers at the end of the year, they look like they're more of a cleanup hitter, #3 hitter with the home runs and RBIs, but he likes that spot there. And the reason he has the RBIs is because the guys in the bottom third of the order have been getting on base. Those are the guys he's driving in.
Strike called on Mauer, DHing today. Joe 1 for 5 with an RBI so far this spring. Sano on deck, Tyone from the stretch. A glance back towards second, now to the plate, and the 0-1 off speed, grounded to first, down the line and foul. Now, these two teams, they will meet early in the regular season. Twins open up the season 3-game series in Baltimore, and then the opening road trip to begin the year continues into PNC, into Pittsburgh for a 3-game interleague set.
Yeah, we got 3 games there.
3,
and we got a day off also in Pittsburgh,
yes,
I believe.
With the Pirates home opener. 0-2 the count on #7. Dozier at second base, nobody out, no score, bottom 1, and the pitch is cracked foul, slicing out of play left side. We're going to have a busy day here with guests. And pitching coach Garvin Alston will join us coming up in the second inning. Joe Mauer will try and join us when his day is over as well, and perhaps Byron Buxton will also put the headset on in the third base dugout before the day ends. 0-2 on Mauer. Off speed, and Mauer fights off. A curveball from Tyone, still 0-2.
If Tyone can stay healthy, Corey, he's a pretty good guy to be able to lean on there. And talked about last year some of the ups and downs that he's had, but 25 starts, 8 and 7. The numbers are there, the strikeouts are there. He's got good stuff. He's got secondary pitches.
And again, the 0-2 in the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Dozier trying for third, and Diaz can't find it, and Dozier is in without a throw. Bounced off the catcher and to his right in foul territory, rolling towards the Pirates dugout. If Diaz found it early, he had a chance to get Dozier, but never could locate the ball, and with that, no play, and the infield stays back. They'll concede the run for the out. 1-2 on Mauer. It's a wild pitch on Dozier's advance. Mauer coming off a solid year offensively, defensively. And the 1-2 pitch, a fly ball, well hit left center field, but the wind's going to knock it down. Bostic will catch it. Dozier tagging and scoring. And the Twins take a 1-0 lead on Mauer sac fly. And his second RBI this spring. Well, a different day. That ball may carry a bit more, but not today. Wind blowing in from left. And Mauer is on #1, but the Twins have the game's first run.
You know, that's why we're talking about Dozier in that leadoff spot. Home run power, lead the ball game off, also double power. Took advantage of a ball just in the dirt, advanced to third, do the little things right there, and get the sac fly. 1-0 Minnesota.
Twins led all American League teams in runs scored second half of last year. Miguel Sano to center field, shallow. Frazier in, Frazier still coming. Polanco reaching down and makes a tumbling catch. It was Frazier from the start, but then Polanco came in some way and reaching down, a basket catch, tumbling down to the grass. Good play there from Polanco and right. 2 down.
Real good play. He stayed with it. You could tell as Frazier was coming in, that ball being pushed from the wind from center field over into right center. Polanco, good player.
1-0 Twins, 2 down. Eddie Rosario. A home run here a couple days ago. Twins beat the Blue Jays 2-1. Twins lost yesterday to Toronto in Dunedin by a score of 13-8. And now it's Eddie in the first inning as he is behind a strike called. Change up to begin this at bat. And it's at 88. Tyone's fastball, both the four-seam and the sinker, about 95, 96. And the 0-1 is peeled foul. 0-2, and there's the fastball there at 95. Third baseman Moran playing well off the line. Big gap in the left side, and the 0-2 pitch is hit in the air to shallow right center. Harrison out, and the second baseman taking charge and catching in right field for out number 3. The Twins, they'll get one. They cash in Dozier's leadoff double. They leave none at the end of one. And now reads Twins 1, Pittsburgh nothing. On your home, Twins baseball. Twins 1, Pittsburgh nothing. Brody Mercer leads off the Pirates second. And shortstop, 31 years old, behind a strike call. The fastball at 92 from Barrios, 0-1. Corey and Danny upstairs. We're now joined by the first-year Twins pitching coach, Garvin Alston, kind enough to put the headset on inside the third base dugout. And the 0-1 is inside. Garvin, good afternoon. Thanks for your time.
Gentlemen, how you guys doing?
We can't be better. I mean, look at this crowd. Look at this day. And you got a young man on the mound that I'm sure you're becoming a huge fan of.
Absolutely. He's doing wonderfully. He's doing exactly what he needs to do to progress and get ready for the start of the season.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Before we get to that, some background on those who have not met Garvin Alston yet. This marks your 14th season of coaching at the professional level and your third at the big league level. And a 1-2 pitch off the end of the bat. A pop fly, shallow center. Dozier out, Byron in. Buxton will catch it shoulder high. And that's out number 1. You were with the A's last year in the bullpen. When this job came open, what was so intriguing about joining this organization, Garvin?
Well, when it came open, I really didn't know about it in the very beginning. And once they contacted me and we started talking, and I was paying attention to all the things that was going on with this team and how young and talented they were with the few veterans that they do have that are been in the game for a long time that did great things, and plus the family environment here is second to none.
One down, and now the catcher Diaz, who will back up Francisco Cervelli this year. Irvin Santana's injury did what to the plans and how the rotation may look to begin the year?
Absolutely. Well, you know what? It didn't do much to the plans. Of course, it deterred us with one of our best pitchers from last year, one of the best pitchers in the game, Irv. You know, everybody wants their number 1 out there, and you know, the 17 wins that he put out last year is something that we're definitely going to miss early on, but he'll be back there shortly after. All he did was just give opportunities to other guys here to get ahead and showcase their stuff.
Now, Paul Molitor speaking with reporters yesterday in Dunedin. Garvin first, the 1-1 to Diaz. Twins lead 1-0. And the pitch is sky to left field. That's it well, but again, the wind will keep it in play. Rosario with the glove up will catch it. And Diaz is out number 2. And Paul did hint at the fact that a 4-man rotation, maybe even a 5-man rotation to start the year. What are, I guess, the deciding factors into the direction that you may eventually go?
Well, collectively, once we all get together and figure out the best thing for the team, I mean, there's a lot of off days in the beginning of the year. So because of that, we can use that to our advantage if we choose to, or if not, we go with the 5. But, you know, there's certain things that we're looking for and certain things we can do as an organization, as a team, and, you know, Paul will lead us in that group.
Christopher Bostic batting, and he takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Well, the Mariners will be at Target Field for the home opener on Thursday, April 5th. First 30,000 fans receive a Twins hoodie sweatshirt courtesy of Northland Ford Dealers. Sweatshirts come in adult, medium, and extra large. Get your tickets for the home opener right now at twinsbaseball.com. April 5th, 30,000 fans, the first 30 that reach the ballpark. That beautiful hooded sweatshirt courtesy of Northland Ford Dealers. Chatting with Garvin Alston, the first-year Twins pitching coach, watching Jose Barrios, his second start. Bostic batting right-handed. Twins 1, Pittsburgh nothing, and a 1-1 is down low. The first chance you had to look at this guy, what stood out, Garvin, when he saw Barrios and what he can do?
Well, before I even saw him and watching all the film, our conversations over the phone was tremendous. He's a very respectful and youthful young man. So his energy was unbelievable. So when I got a chance to watch him throw, I'm like, oh my goodness. He's kind of like got the full package going. So I'm very excited to see where this goes and how well he continues his career.
Tap to short, Polanco charging, gloving, throwing out Bostic, and that's an easy 1-2-3 second for Barrios. Garvin's going to stick her off one more half. Twins are coming up. It's Morrison, Bucks, and Kepler leading 1-0 on your home for Twins baseball. Twins, home half of the second. Logan Morrison defending at first base today with his number 99 jersey. Takes outside a fastball. Ball 1. Back with Garvin Alston, the Twins pitching coach. Kind enough to stick her off one more half inning. Jameson Taillon on the mound today for Pittsburgh at the 1-0. A cut and a miss. 89 that offering from Taillon. 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, Garvin, a stat that has really hurt the Twins in recent years has been just lack of strikeouts. Do you sense that changing, whether it's from your starting staff, or do you have some swing and miss arms now that can help out in the bullpen?
Well, honestly, I think all teams have the capability of swinging and missing. You have to look at the numbers per se, and in doing so, what their stuff's doing, how they're doing it, pitch selection, and so there are different factors, a myriad of factors in there that we can again put together and hopefully help these guys. I mean, honestly, when we come down to it, we're seeking outs, and of course, you know, we're looking for swings and misses, of course. But when it comes down to it, getting outs as soon as possible. If we get into a favorable count of 0-2, 1-2, let's learn how to put these guys away.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 on Morrison. 1-0 Twins here in the second. Buxton on deck, and the 2-2 is sent foul off the net.
Garvin, refreshing to hear you say they all have swing and miss stuff, because in the years past, the philosophy with the Twins organization and Twins pitching in particular, and that was pitch to contact, right, and try to use the defense. So are you going away from that, and like they do have swing and miss stuff, so let's go ahead and attack it?
Well, of course, early in the count, we want them to put the ball in play soft and looking for that weak contact. But of course, when we get into those favorable counts of 0-2 and 1-2, there has to be that ambition of putting our foots on their neck and letting them know we're going to finish this right here, right now.
2-2 the count on Logan Morrison. Pirates have a shift on, 3 on the right side, and here it comes, and it's grounded right into the shift. Off of first, fielding behind the bag is Weiss. On their end, toss to Tyone. That goes 3-1 for out number 1. We'll chill out on the warm beaches of Fort Myers and Sanibel. Unplug, relax, and find your island at FortMyersSanibel.com. The beaches, I'm sure, are packed today. We got a packed crowd here, but so much to do down here. Are you enjoying your spring down here in Florida, Garvin?
Oh, absolutely. My roommate, Shelty, he's amazing, Derek Shelton, and he's keeping it loose, and we're having a good time with it, the fellows, and getting to know everybody around here. We have a great group of guys around. His kid named Rosie, which you guys know. He is, to me, the funniest guy. Just watch him from time to time. And no, it's a great group. I'm enjoying my first experience as being a pitching coach in the major leagues. It's been great so far.
Curveball strike on Buxton. Byron 4 out of 14 so far down here with a home run. Takes inside, it's even.
Garvin, your background, where'd you grow up? Where'd you play ball, college, all that?
Well, I grew up in Mount Vernon, New York. Played a lot of basketball, a little bit of baseball. Was more of a second baseman position player coming up. But from there, I went to college. I went to 2 colleges. Started off at Dobbs Ferry, New York, Mercy College. And then I transferred out and went to Florida International University. And I was there and was drafted out of there and went to the Colorado Rockies in the 92 draft. And then from there, played all the way until 99. And from there, left to Kansas City Royals, Dodgers. So I bounced around a little bit and then started my coaching career in 2005 with the Oakland Athletics.
2 down, Max Kepler batting after Buxton popped out to Harrison, the second baseman. Twins on top 1-0.
Garvin, were you there when Chili Davis was there?
Yes, I was. Chili's a good friend.
That's where I'm finding the info on you. I told you I'd find some stuff, didn't I?
You sure did. You're absolutely right.
I don't mean to present it right now on radio, though.
We can definitely talk afterwards.
All right.
Oh, could you imagine if Chili was still with the Red Sox? You, Garvin, Chili.
Oh, boy.
Fun.
Yes.
Real fun.
A lot of fun.
And the 1-1 change up outside, ball 2. And getting back to the roster, Garvin, for a moment, how receptive has Anibal Sanchez been to the changes that you and the front office wants him to make with his pitches?
Well, you know what? So far, we just talked about him. And, you know, it's early still in the process. So for this particular moment right now, he's doing his own thing, and we'll slowly get into those progresses.
Swing the foul back, 2-2. How about Phil Hughes, Garvin, post thoracic outlet syndrome now 2 straight years? How has he looked to you?
Well, he looks great, actually. And I know he pitched yesterday and he gave up a few, but the program that he's on right now, he's falling into a T. He's understanding what he needs to do for himself, getting that fastball command right first, and then everything else works off of that.
Check swing, and Kepler did not chase. Pitch up. 3-2 if he can reach. Jorge Polanco bats next. 1-0 Twins here in the second.
Garvin, you talk about Hughes' performance yesterday. Would you I thought he was pretty good in spotting some pitches, didn't get some of the calls, but also some of the hits were wind-aided yesterday.
Exactly, and that's what we talked about after the game was over. I said, listen, don't worry about the results and things. Let's go ahead and look at the process and the things that you're doing to get better. So, and he understands that.
Kepler swings and flies out to shallow left. Bostic to catch, and that's out number 3. Hey, Garvin, thanks for the time and welcome aboard.
Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Good stuff there from Garvin Alston. We thank him for stopping by. After 2, 1-0 Twins on your home for Twins baseball. 1-0 Twins after 2. Batting for the Pirates here in the third inning is Eric Weiss, left-handed batting first baseman, and he sends one foul behind the Twins dugout. Eric Weiss, 2013 11th round pick by Pittsburgh. Last year, AAA Indy, had 6 home runs. He is 26 years old. Now the 0-1 inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Your takeaway from our first visit with Garvin Alston a moment ago, Danny.
Well, the response that I'm seeing from the pitchers gravitating to him and buying into his program, he's got it kind of neat because he has some veteran pitchers, and the veteran pitchers, they've kind of already established their program, but at the same time, good communicator. And Garvin can really kind of talk to these guys in a certain way that they understand, and part of his job is to tweak them, to motivate them, but also the kid on the mound right now, Barrios, to be able to be a pitching coach and work with this kind of talent is pretty special.
And the 2-1 swing and a miss, back ankle curveball.
Always look at it like, you know, as a hitting coach, when you would have several different hitting coaches, and as you're a young player, you're eager to listen and learn from your hitting coach, and then as you become a kind of a seasoned veteran and you've had success, you know, then the hitting coach kind of listens to you as to what's working for you, and then he would work within that.
Now the 2-2 missed inside. Good fastball there at 93, but shot the corner and missed. Ball 3. Pitch count at 36 for Barrios right now. His bullpen is quiet. Trying to get him at least over 40 today, and that will certainly happen. And the 3-2, and that's strike 3 called. Came back to that same spot and maybe brought it up just an inch or so. Inside corner, a strikeout, and 93 looking. Second strikeout for Jose. 1 out. Now Jamison Tyone. And Hurdle having his pitcher bat today. A 158 career hitter.
You might be looking at that game at Twins in Pittsburgh, and this might be a matchup. Why not give my pitcher a chance to look at Jose Barrios?
Fastball outside, ball 1. Then there are times when a starter this early in camp will be out there maybe just tracking pitches and won't always swing. And the 1-0, he takes at the knees right there. Sano playing even right now with the bag at third.
A lot of guys don't swing until they probably get 2 strikes, and then sometimes you wouldn't even call that a swing after you witness it.
1-0 Twins, third inning. And there's a tapper, third base line. That's going to roll foul. And now 1-2 on Tyone, where's number 50 is black uniform top, gray pants, black cap, gold bill for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Twins today, the red tops, white pants, red cap, blue bill, TC on the front. Well, the Twins bullpen will get moving a bit. Right-hander starting to throw. And a 1-2 way outside. Curveball kicks off of Garver's shin guard. DJ Baxendale is now throwing in the bullpen. On the pitching sheet today, Anibal Sanchez, Fernando Rodney, Zach Duke, Addison Reed, Alan Buznitz, and John Curtis. The 2-2 is lined to shallow right. That's going to fall. A hit for Tyone.
Had a chance to throw him out at first base. Kepler wasn't looking as Tyone really wasn't running that hard, and all of a sudden realized I might better get going.
Kepler picked that ball up on a hop. He did take one look at first base, but Morrison backpedaling a bit towards the base. So Tyone, a 1-out single. The second Pittsburgh hit. And here comes Adam Frazier. Twins back at double play depth. With 1 out, here it comes. Curve, inside corner, strike. And if Barrios can do that, if he could throw that curveball for a true strike, a called strike early in the count, that could set up great things for him this season. And the 0-1, fastball lofted foul. Because it's such a key pitch. It is a strikeout pitch, but to set batters up by throwing it early in the count will do wonders for him. And not just be so dependent on getting ahead to any first pitch fastball strike.
He's got fastball stuff that can get by it, so if you can get that off-speed pitch over maybe early, And then it opens up to some of your secondary pitches and get some hitters to maybe chase.
Curve blowing in, ball one.
But we talk about it all the time in some of the impressive numbers from a hitter standpoint, what they hit batting average wise with a count of 2 balls and no strikes, 3 balls and 1 strike, compared to a guy that's batting 1 ball, 2 strikes or 0-2.
Tyone at first and the 1-2 line to center field. A hit. Good ball hung a bit. And Frazier right over the head of Barrios. And back-to-back singles for Pittsburgh from the 9 and 1 hitters. And Josh Harrison bats for the second time. He doubled off the wall and right in the opening inning.
Yeah, he hung that real bad. He just was throwing that to throw it for a strike rather than commit and try to really kind of spin it.
Well, he has hit his pitch number today. It's at 46, and Paul Molitor is going to come out and take the ball from Barrios. He will leave here in the 3rd inning. So DJ Baxendale will come in, try and get these last 2 outs. Jose departs in the 3rd. Twins 1, Pittsburgh nothing, but Pittsburgh with 2 on, 1 out. When we come back on your home for Twins baseball. Barrios done a shorter start than planned. He was hoping to go at least 3 today. That doesn't happen. 2 in the 3rd innings, and gives way to right-hander DJ Baxendale. Brought over from the minor league side for this game today. Baxendale was in the 2012 draft, 10th round pick. Pitched collegiately at the University of Arkansas. Last year was with Rochester and Chattanooga, mainly Rochester, AAA. 29 games, made 4 starts with the Red Wings, ERA under 3. Facing a tough out right now, Josh Harrison. Harrison originally drafted by the Cubs in 2008, then traded to Pittsburgh in 2009 as a prospect. As he looks at a fastball strike at 88 from Baxendale, 0-1. And Harrison has worked really hard to become a solid player. He's playing some 3rd earlier in his career, and the 0-1. Swing and a miss off speed from DJ. Good pitch. And now it's 0-2. Polanco on deck. The pitcher Tyone at second base. Frazier at first. In the 3rd, 2 on, 1 out, 0-2. And a pitch outside, a backhand save by Garver. Well, we know the weather is nasty at home today, and hopefully you're staying warm inside, and some baseball on the radio, TV is keeping you warm. The 1-2 swing and a miss, struck him out. Not a good cut there from Harrison. Slider dropping off the outside corner. So Baxendale, a good out, a big out there, 2 down, getting Harrison, and now it's Gregory Polanco who popped out to Garver behind the plate his first time up. Well, the paper today, Star Tribune, in 6 to 9 inches in some parts of the metro from today until Tuesday. Baseball is back, and good weather is coming. 2 down, Polanco Pops it up, foul. That'll find the seats right behind the third base dugout. I mentioned it's Minnesota Day today. This is a great tradition that the Twins have once a spring. I asked Dave St. Peter this morning about the origin, how this all began, and he believes it began when spring training moved, Danny, in '91 from Orlando down here to Fort Myers, and huge numbers of Minnesotans in Southwest Florida started to get together and tailgate and party and with some friends in various cities throughout the state. And the 0-1 change up outside, not chased. Just started a tailgate party like the Twins used to have at Met Stadium or even Hammond Stadium.
Well, they do it up right here. I'll tell you that. They get here early. They get their parking spots. They get their flags, their banners out. All the barbecues. They have live music. There's a DJ out here entertaining. They had free brats and hot dogs today at one of the tents.
1-0 Twins in the third. Pittsburgh batting 2 on 2 out. Baxendale and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tied up. Polanco came inside. And Polanco not a true commit on that swing, and it cost him a strike. I saw that DJ that was in the parking lot, and he was stationed right next to a group from Cross Lake. And they had their hatch open in the back of their car and the big Cross Lake sign, and folks dancing, singing. The 1-2 is sent foul. I think there was a dance contest going on.
It's kind of neat. Just walk up and down those streets and say hi to everybody. And I kind of parked out with Joe Mauer's family there. They had a pretty good seat. Some music going also and some food.
Now, the Mauer family is known for an epic tailgate on Minnesota Day every year. And Joe's going to join us later on. 1-2 on Polanco. And the pitch inside, a fastball. Backing up Polanco a bit, 2-2. Outfield playing shallow. In center and right. The 2-2, ball 3 outside. Now an extra step or two for Tyone at second base on this 3-2 pitch upcoming. Should this inning continue, Colin Moran is on deck. DJ Baxendale trying to get this last strike. Runners go, and the 3-2 line foul deep to right. Not a ton, but well foul. Gregory Polanco, 26-year-old right fielder, with 11 home runs last year. The 3-2 got him swinging. A curveball from Baxendale, so a big performance there from DJ coming in at a jam. Struck out 2 big league hitters, Harrison and Polanco, both swinging. At the end of 2.5, it's still 1-0 Twins on your home for Twins baseball. Great day to be in the sunshine here in Fort Myers. Twins lead the Pirates 1-0. Jorge Polanco, Mitch Garver, and then Dozier. 8-9-1 due up. As Fernando Rodney starts to throw in the Twins bullpen, he'll have the 4th inning. Nice job there from DJ Baxendale. The Orioles coming out, reaching his pitch number. 2 on, 1 out. Baxendale striking out Harrison and Polanco swinging. And the Twins keep that lead at 1. Strike on Polanco. It hasn't happened too often in recent years where the Twins have had the same player start at shortstop on consecutive opening days. Pedro Florimon did do it a few years back. Polanco will be there again this season. And the 0-2 grounded too short. This is Mercer waiting back, his counterpart, and he throws out Polanco for out number 1. And Danny, positions change and guys change each year. But if there's one spot with a team defensively that you strive for stability, I would imagine it would be at shortstop.
You know, and Corey, think about this. I think that the shortstop position is probably the hardest position to fill long term. I think that, you know, it's pretty easy to find somebody that, and we've seen the turnover with some of the outfielders when the Buxtons and Keplers and Rosarios weren't really ready. You know, we had Jordan Schaefer, the opening day starter, one time. I think that's positions are a little bit easier to fill, but that everyday shortstop to me is the toughest position to fill.
Garver setting one foul behind the plate. It's been Jamie Carroll, it's been Alexi Casilla, it's been Florimon, Eduardo Escobar. Before that, you had Bartlett and, you know, Guzman, probably the last that was truly a consistent name. Danny, Christian Guzman there at short. And the 0-1 up and in. Look out, Mitch. And down he goes. And a pitch that did not hit him, but Mitch is checking his arm, and now he will help himself up using his bat almost like a cane. He'll test that knee as well, twisting out of the way. Garver tweaked his knee on Wednesday. Twins were playing the Astros east of here in Palm Beach. Kept Mitch out of action for a few days and seems to be all right. Jason Castro hasn't played in recent days, battling migraines, but did some work today, and he is hopeful of catching on Tuesday. The 1-1, a swing and a foul, hung on to, and then dropped, clipping the catcher, and then the umpire, Tim Timmons, he's all right. And this is the catcher, 1-2 on Garver. Now Mitch has a chance to certainly be on the opening day roster as the backup to Castro. Nothing guaranteed, he still has to earn it. It's his job to be had here. And the 1-2 in the dirt. The Twins minor league player of the year last year. Terrific season offensively, especially at AAA. 88 games at 17 home runs. We saw him about 22, 23 games with the Twins late last season. Dozier on deck. Twins 1, Pittsburgh nothing. Bases empty, 1 out in the home third. And Tyones 2-2 high. Tyone at 42 pitches. Pittsburgh has a right-hander up in its bullpen. The leg kick and the 3-2 inside. He walked him. So Garver is on. Draws a 1-out walk, and here's Dozier. Began the game with a leadoff double, then scored on Mauer's sac fly in the Twins' first inning. Dozier will turn 31 this season, and he is eligible for free agency at season's end. Won the Gold Glove at second base last year. 1 out, and the pitch is launched to left center field, hit well. Bostic back, Bostic going at the wall, leaps up, and Bostic can't make the play. It's off the wall. Garver stopping at third base. Dozier another double. If the wind isn't blowing in, that is way gone. That's probably onto the boardwalk at left center field, but the wind somehow kept that one in, Danny, because Dozier just crushed that ball.
Dozier got something up in his eyes there, and that's his bread and butter. I think that the scouting report is pretty clear on how to pitch Dozier, and it's not up there. But yeah, I think Dozier knows it, that any other day, not blowing, it's way out of here.
Now Barrios hit his pitch number in his 3rd inning, and Tyone has done the same as Clint Hurdle. And I believe that's Clint, or maybe not.
That's Surridge there.
That's Ray Searage, yeah. See the hooded sweatshirt, so that's Ray Searage, not Hurdle. Out to pay Tyone a visit as Mauer bats 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. Twins threatening to add on to a 1-0 lead. Yeah, getting back to Dozier and his ability, Danny, to hit that high pitch. And not many can do it, and do it the way that Dozier does. Not just putting it at play, but driving that ball. What is it about his swing that allows him to do that?
I just think he's got the quick hands, and you look at the equipment he uses. He's used is probably one of the smaller bats on this ball club, and just that makes it even a little bit quicker. But good hand-eye coordination to be able to hit that pitch up in your eyes like that with that angle. Pretty impressive.
Strike called on Joe. A first pitch curveball on Mauer. Knocked in his 2nd run of the spring. The sac fly in the opening inning. Infield back. Dozier at 2nd. Garver at 3rd. Only 1 out. And Tyone's 0-1. Curve low. 1-1. Twins here in the spring are 4-4-2. Pittsburgh 2-5. And the 1-1, a fly ball foul to left. Pittsburgh won 75 games last year. And before we continue that conversation, let's step out now. 10 seconds for station identification from Fort Myers. This is Twins baseball. Corey and Danny from Florida. Twins 1, Pittsburgh 0. And the 1-2 on Joe. Ground ball to the right side. This will score a run. Scoop by the first baseman Weiss. He'll make the play on Mauer for the out. Garver scoring. Dozier down to 3rd. 2-0 Twins. So the Twins cash in the walk. And now it will be Hurdle walking out slowly towards the mound. He's made the call. And that'll do it for Tyone. So Miguel Sano will face a new pitcher when we come back. Twins have 1 in, 1 on, 2 down in the home 3rd, and now lead 2-0. We're back to Fort Myers in a moment on your home for Twins baseball. Richard Rodriguez has some big league time with the Orioles last year. Got into 5 games, a non-roster invite. Rodriguez now in camp here with the Pirates, and the Twins have 1 in, 1 on, 2 out, leading Pittsburgh by a score of 2-0. Sano flied out to shallow right. Polak made a good play. Taking it away from Sano is first time up. But getting back, Danny, to this Pittsburgh team that won 75 games last year. A tough division. St. Louis is always there. You can never count out the Cardinals. The Cubs, the team to beat. Milwaukee, I think they had a nice winter, improving their outfield with Kane and acquiring Christian Yelich from the Marlins. And where do you think that leaves a team like Pittsburgh, maybe also Cincinnati in the NL Central?
You know, I think that also 8th year for Clint Hurdle. They gave him a 4-year extension, so they've committed to Clint Hurdle to kind of get this. He has in the past got it turned around here, but I just think they're going young right now. They're trading some of their marquee players to get multiple players, and they're getting young, talented players. So I think they're probably a year or 2, maybe 3 tops to getting back to where they can contend in this tough division.
Breaking ball strike on Miguel. Sano 0 for 6 so far here in the Grapefruit League. Pittsburgh has 3 set up defensively. Left side of second base as Dozier leads off third. And the 0-1 is grounded foul to third. So back-to-back curveballs from Rodriguez. 0-2.
Yeah, we always say that, you know, teams cycle through and they'll be hot for about 3 or 4 years, and then I don't know, for whatever reason they cycle back down. But I don't think that's the case with the St. Louis Cardinals, nor I think now with Madden and what they've done, the money that they have in Chicago, the Cubs are not a team that's going to be cycling out and not be able to contend.
Swing and a miss. So Rodriguez stayed soft. 3 off-speed pitches, and Sano down on strikes. And the Twins' third is over. But the Twins do add 1 on a hit, lead 1 through 3. It now reads Twins 2, Pittsburgh nothing. From Fort Myers, this is Twins Baseball. Portion of Twins baseball is brought to you by your local Chevy dealers. See your local Chevy dealer or log on to ChevyDealer.com. Twins 2, Pittsburgh nothing after 3. We've seen Barrios, we've seen Baxendale, and now the 4th begins with a new pitcher, a guy that will close this season. For more on that and to call the next 3, once again, here's Danny.
Well, thank you, Corey. Good afternoon, everybody. It is going to be a good one. And Fernando Rodney, he'll be 41 years of age here, the 18th of March. So Rodney on here. Most likely he's just going to get 1 inning. And see how his pitch count goes. Last time 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. First pitch to Moore, and the third baseman is inside ball 1. Moran, nice player. Came over from Houston last year with AAA, 79 ball games, hit 18 home runs. And he pops this one up left side. Sano back. Here comes Jorge Polanco. It's going to be Sano now back on the dirt. And nice play there. Not an easy play. We talked about the wind. And Sano, as soon as that ball went up, he took his eyes off the ball, ran with his back to home plate, and then picked up that ball and got under it, made a nice play. So with 1 out, and here's the batter, Jordy Mercer. Shortstop, everyday guy for this Pittsburgh club. 145 ball games with Pittsburgh last year. Takes it in there for a strike. Mercer did hit 14 home runs, drove in 58. Steady player. Out of the stretch, Rodney delivers, swung on and missed. Rodney still has velocity. He's a guy, I think, that in certain stretches, he'll be hitting 95, 96. But he has a devastating off-speed pitch. And tried to get the fastball right there. That one at 92. Right in the outside corner. Fernando, with a ton of teams. Had just a little more time than Joe Mauer. Pitch outside on a fastball. 13 years in the American League, 3 years in the National League. And those last 3 years, they were with Miami in 2016, Arizona Diamondbacks. And here's the pitch. Jam shot. He'll be fielded by Dozier at second, routine there. So 2 down. And here's Diaz to bat. Diaz, the catcher this afternoon. 64 ball games with Pittsburgh last year. Just 1 homer, 19 driven in. But the Pirates, you talk about last 3 or 4 years. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. So one thing Rodney can do is he can throw that off-speed pitch for a strike, and also he can get him to chase it when he bounces it in the dirt. 2015, Pirates won 98 ball games. And a pitch. There's one in the dirt, didn't chase there. In 2016, dropped down to 78 wins. And then last year, just 75 wins for this Pirate club. And they really started to dismantle this club. Andrew McCutchen now at Gigante. Count of 1 ball, 1 strike. And lifted into shallow right, long run. Kepler still coming on. Kepler dives and comes up with it. We've seen that out of Max Kepler a lot. He come in on the ball well. Nice play. Nice little 3-up, 3-down inning for Fernando Rodney and the Minnesota Twins. Through 3.5, Twins lead 2-0. And you're listening to Twins Baseball. Hey, welcome back to CenturyLink Field. Twins leading 2-0 over the Pirates. Good ball game here. I got all the starters for the Twins in there today, other than Jason Castro. And the Pittsburgh Pirates, they brought down a pretty good group of guys. A lot of their starters, of course. Tyone, their starter. Hopefully, he's going to give him some innings and some wins this year. But all in all, this Pirate club, always well prepared. You've got Clint Hurdle, manager of the year. He's a longtime manager. As Rosario takes first pitch down and away. Ball 1. Michael Felice, the new right-handed pitcher for the Pirates. Big, tall right-hander. And swung on a foul tip. Big cut there by Rosario. Joined down in the booth here by Captain Ryan Kane. Hey, Kane owns that Southern Instincts Charters and was down there. How's the fishing right now? The tarpon going?
They showed up for a little bit, but I think his cold front's going to push them out.
Oh, all right.
Can't win them all.
Well, did you, the warm weather's going to get the tarpon to move in or move up this way?
Yeah, they were here about a week and a half. They've been here.
Heard that.
Yeah, a lot of them. It's pretty strange.
Rosario fouls this one straight back. But where are you out of? Were you at
Port Sanibel Marina right there.
Right there?
On the way to Sanibel, there's that lighthouse restaurant right there in front of our boats.
And is that where if somebody chartered your boat that they would meet you and then you would leave from there, correct?
Absolutely. Or from their house if they live on the water.
And as Rosario takes it high and away.
Yeah, Danny, just get a spot on the water.
Yes.
And then Captain Kane will pick you up, and it's easy.
No, because I went down there because I wanted to see the inventory, see what he has. He's got, what's the boat? What am I talking about? The three boat with the three
motors on the contender. That's our big contender.
That's your big contender. That's going to get you somewhere in a hurry.
Oh, yeah.
That ball's hit in the air to right field. Should be routine for Polanco and puts that one away. Now, is that boat mostly for deep sea type fishing?
Pretty much. I mean, it's a great tool for running, 90, 100 miles off the coast, getting it done.
Can you get down to the Florida Keys in that?
Oh, in a hurry.
In a hurry.
In a hurry.
Okay, and what's the next island after the Florida Keys?
Tortuga.
Cuba.
Well, yeah, Cuba.
You can get to Cuba
Absolutely.
too, right?
Absolutely. No sweat. There and back.
I'm showing you my schedule. We're going to hook up here.
Go down there and get some Cuban sandwiches.
Yes. So one out. Here's Logan Morrison. And he takes that first pitch in there for a strike.
This has to be your prime season, right?
It's really starting to fire up. I found that with the offshore, we're kind of steady all the way through the year. March gets windy, and a lot of people.
That's a little one-hopper right back to the pitcher off the bat of Morrison. There's 2 quick outs.
A lot of people really, they're here on vacation. They want to do a quickie fishing trip when they're here for spring training. They want to do like a little half a day and goof around.
And for folks, too, that are watching or listening right now that have a trip planned and they want to fish, keep their gear at home. You have it all there, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And again, if somebody wanted to come in, if somebody's listening right now and planning to come down, and yes, fishing was on their bucket list to do, get in touch with you?
Yeah, just southerninstinct.com. They can look it up online, and then they can just call me on the phone. It's on the website. It's easy.
And a big swing and a miss by Buxton. And Ryan, are you the one that actually captains the boat, or do you have other people that take other people out?
I also have another couple captains that help me out. I can't do every trip all the time. I do most of the offshore trips and some of the inshore trips now. But we've grown so much in the past few years,
And our listeners need to understand offshore, meaning you're going out a little bit farther.
We're
Inshore
past 9 miles.
Is in all the mangroves and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Shallow water.
Shallow water. You can
Different
get out and
kind
walk.
of fishing, right?
Absolutely different.
So whatever you like. I mean, if you want to go that deep sea stuff, or you flip those spinners in there in the mangroves, that's fun. And a snook, can we catch snook now, or
yeah, snook's
you got to
open.
throw them back? Remember they had the red tide or something?
Man, they've had so many problems, but we just stick to the rules. Right now, snook is open, so you can keep one and eat it if you want to.
And here's the pitch, and lifted foul. That's a souvenir right side.
I think that's where my car's parked.
How many people can we? If a group of 2, 3, 4, what's the size?
The most you can put on the boat's legally 6 customers. That's the way we operate. We stay in the 6 game.
And that's 6 customers that get to fish.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Corey, we're going to take that trip. We got our days off together.
Coming up?
Yeah.
Fine.
He's got the boat to get us there in
Oh,
no time.
The boys' trip. It's on me. We're going to have a ball.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yep.
I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll show you guys something. We're really getting into wahoo and tuna right now.
Are you?
Oh, yeah. We've been having some crazy days.
Pitch high and tight, and that's been kind of the theme here this afternoon. Tyone also brushed Dozier down, knocked him down, and also Mitch Garver, and now one high and tight here to Byron Buxton. Kepler on deck. 2 down, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a pitch inside, he walked him.
Yeah, I'm surprised how many people from Minnesota want to go fish and do what we do. We have so many people that are scheduling their days based on you guys' games.
And do you notice, too, that when Minnesotans come down, that they know what they're talking about, that they're avid fishermen, that they look for a challenge, that they look for something different because they're so used to maybe fishing on lakes as opposed to open water down here?
They're actually looking for an adventure.
Okay.
You know, they've done a lot of lake fishing and walleye and all the all these crazy things, but they come and they're like, show me something crazy, and I'm like, all right, you ready? You know, be here. We're leaving the dock at 6. Let's go. And there's a lot of guys looking for adventure.
Buxton runs, and he'll steal that. No throw by the catcher. Diaz kind of dropped the ball, so it'll be a stolen base for Buxton. As Kepler, that ball was a strike.
He's pretty quick.
Yeah, real quick. Hey, let me ask you, what if I book a fishing trip? What time do we leave? Is it a morning trip or is it an all-day trip, afternoon trip?
We customize it to you guys.
Okay.
It's totally custom to you guys. Whatever you really want and need to do. And then if you give me freedom, then I'll come up with a date and time that works the best.
Ball in the dirt. Nice block again by Diaz. And again, is it based on what fish are biting and when?
Pretty much. Pretty much. And the time we have available. Like, obviously, I'm not going to go tuna fishing if we only have 4 hours because that's going to take me 3 hours to get there. You know, it's just really what you let me do and what you really want to do. You may say, you know, I really want to catch a big wahoo. And I'm like, all right, well, we're leaving at 4:30. Because we want to be sunrise 90 miles off.
What about sunset? What about sunset
that works too.
Tours?
Oh, yeah, sunset cruises are fun, man.
And they wouldn't need any poles or anything?
No, we actually are sponsored by Dan James Custom Rods, and he builds a lot of cool stuff for us, man.
Yeah. So you've got it all. Just show up, bring a little sunscreen.
Oh yeah,
cooler.
What about live bait? Do you have the net? Do you go by the causeway and get some live bait?
You don't get to see any of that. It's already done by the time you get there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a waste of your time. You want to go real fishing, not bait fishing.
Ball in the dirt again to Kepler. Kepler has a chance here now to drive another run in. Twins up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Is this your peak season for you? Is there a peak season?
Man, it's just every time I say there's a peak season, another month gets hotter than the next. It has been, we are really, really blessed. We've been so fortunate with just growth this past 3 years. It's unbelievable.
Swung on a foul tip. Good cut there by Max Kepler.
What about food other than what you catch? Do people bring sandwiches, or what do you recommend for people if they're going to be out all day regarding?
We work it
food?
out. A lot of times you're here, you know, you have a lot of people that are staying and they're kind of in a transient situation. If they don't really have a grocery shop, I'll just talk to you the night before and I go to Publix and load up.
Oh, great. Okay.
Chicken subs, fruit, you know, tons of beer and water and
fun.
Try to keep them off the soda. That caffeine ain't no good for nobody.
Ball in the dirt. What about somebody that might be worried about seasickness and stuff like that? Is that part of it?
That's definitely a part of it, you know. And if you're worried about it, we either plan a really slick day, like look for a weather window, or we'll tell you to take some Dramamine the night before. And plus, it's custom, man. If you start feeling bad and you're like, I want to go home, we just go home.
And if it's not fishing, is there other things? I mean, I'm reading here, you have the manatees. I know the dolphins. I've been out there and seen plenty of dolphins.
There is a lot of dolphins here. Yeah, we do. We'll travel around.
Line drive base hit, no throw to the plate as Buxton's going to score easily. Good piece of hitting there by Max Kepler.
These guys look good this game.
You know what? They got experience last year. They came together as a group, a few additions here and there. But they're all young players, and now they're growing up and maturing at the same time. It's fun to watch these guys.
And Danny, how about how quickly a walk to Byron turned into a run?
Yes. See, and that's what speed will do right there. And we talked about it the other day about a lot of teams don't run. If you've got guys that can run a little bit, I think that you incorporate that running game. You know why? Because they don't put an emphasis on catch and throw now. They don't care that catchers can't throw runners out right now. They feel that the game has changed in that department, that don't spend too much time worrying about it.
Yes,
Searage manager out there, pitching coach out talking to his pitcher.
I don't want to get that conversation.
No. Hey, just trying to calm him down. You got to motivate him.
Yeah, for sure. That's like when we're fishing.
I bet you get some guys that you have to sit there and coach.
Absolutely.
And how to fish
or you get on a big fish and I won't let you quit.
You won't.
Oh no, I don't want you to quit. I want you to stick it out.
And
you got to earn them big boys, man.
Yes.
You got to earn them. You know, there's no free trophies under the bottom of the ocean.
Now, and are you talking about a fish to where I got to have in a director chair and I'm sitting there and?
We can get to that point, yes. But I don't want to start you there.
I've been there.
You know, when you're battling a big pelagic fish you're 4 hours away from getting him when he first bites. You know,
like a tarpon, right? Like a tarpon could take some time, right?
Tarpon can take time. You know, your first tarpon takes about 50 minutes. Your
5-0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just under an hour. Your second tarpon takes about 20. Just because of the body mechanics of it. And then typically, a tarpon fight's 20 minutes, half hour for the average guy.
And again, it depends on
the size
and how about the equipment that you're using. You could go light tackle on that, you're in trouble. You better get somebody to chase that.
You're done.
Yeah.
Let them rip. I just love to jump those fish.
I do.
I don't care if I land them. I just want them in the air.
I was down at the Caloosahatchee. They got the bridge down there.
Yeah.
And what's the
causeway?
Yeah. What's the place that they throw the warm water in the water from? There was a plant down there.
Oh, the Manatee Park by the Orange River. Yeah, that's cool.
Caught a gar.
Oh, there's a big gar there. They're big as canoes.
That's primitive stuff.
It is. They're like dinosaurs.
Yes. And then sure enough, caught a tarpon, and we were throwing a lot of chum out there, and everything was hitting. And I was on light tackle, and like you said, that tarpon came up, and just the tail, to see it walk on the water, and then
it just changes your day. You take a deep breath right after that too.
Spit everything out. I was done. I was done. Here's Polanco with 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 in, 1 on. And the pitch hit down the left field line. That's going to slice foul.
Yeah, Ryan, we've gotten to know you over the years, and your passion for fishing comes across each year. Where does this all come from you? Were you doing this as a kid?
Oh, yeah, I definitely did as a kid. But now it's starting to change. What I'm finding is how it changes people, how they leave changed by what we do. I mean, we're going further, doing more than I ever thought we would even consider. And now at the end of the day, I see people, when they look me in the eyes and they take something away from it, other than a fish, just the actually being changed by the environment, that's when I know I did my job. I love the fish, don't get me wrong. I mean, it drives me nuts, some of them, and some of them is easy, but I love seeing the people changed by the fish.
You don't do any of those shoreline meals, do you, where you go out and you catch and you can kind of sandbar it or something? And
we do raw tuna right out on the boat, man.
Oh.
This is our latest go for it thing, Once these tuna are cold and brined, pull them back out, and it's sushi right then and there.
Oh.
That is.
Got to bring your own wasabi, though, dude.
No, man.
We got it?
We get down.
It. All right.
Wasabi, ginger, and soy, baby.
Oh,
let's go.
Wow.
Ginger, nice.
That's the way to do it right there.
For sure. Just can't figure out how to keep enough sake on board.
Well, just got to call the right people.
That's right.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Kepler runs, and the pitch fouled back, so Kepler heads back to first base. Again, Captain Ryan Kane, what's the website that people here can, they come down from Minnesota or anybody?
Yeah.
It's out listening.
SouthernInstinct.com. It's real easy.
And they can ask for you if they want you to charter them.
Yeah, they absolutely ask for me, and we'll just work it out. They're going to talk to me anyway, eventually. I mean, I might not answer the first day, but I'll get you that night when I get back in.
We'll do it again, reload, and the pitch, swung and miss, got him with a breaking ball. Twins will get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 through 4 here at CenturyLink Sports Complex. Twins 3, Pirates nothing. You're listening to Twins Baseball. back here at CenturyLink Sports Complex. Twins leading 3-0. Captain Ryan Kane joins us, and again, let our listeners know, because in between innings, we're all planning our fishing trips here, and so I recommend that you kind of get in touch with them and book something to come down here. What's the website again?
It's easy, southerninstinct.com. Or you can just call me, man. It's 239-896-2341 is my phone number.
All right, appreciate it. Ryan, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. We're going to hook up.
Yeah, man.
And
heck, my phone's ringing right now.
See?
It's Corey, though.
Here's Bostic, left fielder for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bottom third of the order here. New pitcher, Addison Reed, will come on in the first pitch. That's in there for a strike. So Barrios started for Twins, 2 1/3, 3 hits, a couple of strikeouts. He gave way to Baxendale. Baxendale 2/3 of an inning. He had 2 strikeouts, and then Fernando Rodney. That ball's well stroked left field. Long run, new left fielder Wade back, and he's not going to come up with it. One hops the wall in left field, so a leadoff double for Bostic. And here's Eric Weiss to bat. Twins have 3 hits on the board, 3 runs. Weiss, 104 ball games last year. He played at AAA. Hit 6 home runs, 43 driven in, playing first base today. And he was 11th round draft pick 2013 out of the University of Texas. Tall left-handed hitter. And a big swing and a foul tip hung on by Garver. Addison Reed rocks and fires. Good pitch there. Catches the inside corner. Twins take on the Phillies tomorrow, and Kyle Gibson will be starting in that ball game. And then back on the radio Tuesday, Wednesday, ball in the dirt. That's going to skip away and allow the runner to advance to third base. So a wild pitch. And now with nobody out, infield back, they'll take the out for the run. We talk about Garver and what he's worked on in blocking balls, but also don't forget game calling back there, especially some new guys, in particular Addison Reed pitching right now. And pitch down and in. Now, sometimes you can work on it or try to in the bullpens. But when they run a bullpen session down there, a lot different than actually pitching in a ballgame. He's going to set up inside, and the pitch is inside, and it's fouled off the foot of Weiss. So Garver out in front of the mound here. And here's one of the gray areas we talked about. You can have 6 visits during the course of the ballgame to the pitcher, and one of them is the questions if the pitching coach comes out, that's one. If your third baseman walks in and talks to your pitcher, that's one. We asked about a player coming in and cleaning the spikes. Usually they have that little brush guard the back side of the mound, and if it's muddy and wet, you come in and get the mud off your cleats that way by using that little scraper on the mound. And they said you're going to be allowed to do that, they think. As this one's lifted in the air, right field. Kepler back on the warning track, still drifting. He'll get there, put that one away, but it'll be a sac fly RBI for Weiss. So he drives in a first run here for the Pirates.
About that topic, Byron Buxton was also adding to that conversation that, yes, an infielder can go over and remove any excess mud from the spikes, but he cannot talk
Yes.
to the pitcher. That was what Buxton and his understanding was. He cannot communicate verbally with the pitcher. Now, who's going to monitor that? Is the second base umpire going to look and make sure that infielder is not communicating at all with his pitcher? If he does, then it would count as a visit.
Yeah, I think that they're going to kind of watch that and grow a little bit. But also the other one was the foul ball that hits the umpire. Big swing and a miss. This is Pablo Reyes batting now. But you know how we get the foul ball? It's either off the catcher, and they allow the umpire will walk out to the mound to give that catcher a little bit more time to kind of get the cobwebs out. Same when an umpire gets kind of a foul tipped. As Reyes, this little time, he goes down swinging for a strikeout.
Now, the way that Derek Shelton put it to us, there are going to be some common sense, I guess, looks at and takes on this whole process. That if a foul ball does, say, stagger an umpire off the mask and he needs some time, that yes, a catcher or whomever could go out and chat with his pitcher and it would not count as a visit. Now we're waiting to get all this finalized, and we'll get, I'm sure, a final list as to what exactly defines common sense, because that can be a little gray to me.
And here's the leadoff guy, Frazier. And he swings and misses. Addison Reed gave up a double, sac fly after the wild pitch, and then struck out Reyes, and now ahead of Frazier. And Reed delivers. Ground ball right side. That's going to sneak through for a base hit. So Frazier, threat to steal. And here's Josh Harrison. I don't think that this 6 trips to the mound is going to speed up the game too much. I think, if anything, I think that they were trying to, I guess, just stop how many trips. And, 7th inning, game gets on the line. You might take a few more trips out there to talk to your pitcher, because that's the game. You want to make sure you're on the same page. Runner goes, throw down to second. He's going to be out by a mile. Nice job by Mitch Garver. Good throw. And a good tag by Dozier. Pirates will get 1 run on 1 hit. Nobody left through 4.5. New score. It's the Twins 3, Pirates 1. On your home for Twins baseball. A new pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, the left-hander Stephen Brault. Drafted originally by the Baltimore Orioles, 11th round back in 2013. And he'll be facing, for the Twins, It'll be Mitch Garver. Garver made a nice catch and throw down to second base to throw out Frazier trying to steal. And the first pitch that's in there for a strike. Garver here this afternoon, he walked and scored. And this one misses up and away. Brought a couple of times up with the Pittsburgh Pirates. First time in 2016, just went 0-3, had 7 starts. And the pitch, there's pitch down and in, not sure where that missed. And then last year, we had 4 starts, 11 appearances, he was 1-0. Pretty much at Indianapolis, AAA for Pittsburgh. 20 starts there, he went 10-5. Pitch outside. So Garver, hitters count here 3-1. And a pitch. Fouled straight back. Good cut. Garver most likely going to be the backup to Jason Castro. Garver 17 home runs at AAA last year. Hit 29 doubles as well. And this one's lifted in the air right side. Should be fielded by Polanco, the right fielder. Now comes in, shades his eyes, and puts it away. So there's out number 1. Hey, you can grab a partial season ticket package in Catch or the Delta Sky 360 Club. Become a Twins season ticket holder and become part of the Sweet Spot program. Learn more at twinsbaseball.com, or you can call them at 800-33-TWINS. Dozier doubled his last time up, hit the ball hard, wind knocked it down. As this one's outside, ball 1. I believe we're going to have Joe Mauer on possibly after this inning. Said if he gets lifted after 3 at-bats, that he'd come in and put the headset on and talk to us. Late call by home plate umpire Tim Timmons, but it's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Twins up 3-1. And way outside. Said Brault threw 120 innings last year, had 109 strikeouts, walked 44. They played Dozier to pull 3 on the left side, outfield straight. And missed way outside and bad. So a 3-ball, 1 strike count. And the lefty's pitch hit high in the air. This one should be playable. Got a good cut at it. Center fielder Frazier calling, and one hands it. So Dozier might be done here this afternoon. 3 at-bats, couple of hits, had 2 doubles. And here's Mauer. Mauer, he's 0 for 2. He's 0 for 1. Had 2 RBIs, driven in 2 of the 3 runs for the Twins. And the first pitch missed inside. Tim Timmons thought about ringing him up, but said it was inside. And the lefty Brault. There's a pitch, and that one's inside. Let's see Joe get something to hit here. 2 balls and no strikes. And it's same location. This time gets the call. So 2 down, bases empty. Gorgeous afternoon here. Pirates train in Bradenton. And lifted down the left field line. Hit fairly well. That ball's going to slice, though, foul. Pirates made a late trade picking up that Corey Dickerson. hit a ton of home runs last year with Tampa. And he was traded in camp, and he played the other day for the Pirates. He had some home run power for this Pittsburgh club. Left-handed hitter, and they got that, I don't want to say a short fence, they got a short wall, but it's tall. And he ought to put some show on with the home run there. Ground ball right side, weakly hit. First baseman fields it, he'll under and flip. Brault covering first base to retire Joe Mauer. 3 up, 3 down through 5. Twins 3. Pirates 1 on your home for Twins baseball. Right-hander. A couple other changes behind the plate now is, if it's Brian Navarretto is behind the plate. Eric Ibar, new second baseman. As the batter's going to be Josh Harrison. So Sanchez, first pitch misses inside, ball 1. Joined down the dugout down there. Joe Mauer. Joe, how you doing today?
Good. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're winning.
Yeah, we're doing good then, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
As Sanchez rocks and delivers again inside, moved him off the plate. Talk about your day here today. You had 2 RBIs here. What are you trying to get out of your at-bats right now here March 4th?
Just trying to, do what the situation calls for. Dozier set it up pretty nicely for me the first 2 at-bats. And,
look out.
Saw these guys go down, so I'm going down too. But, yeah, it was nice. I got runner on third there with less than 2 outs, and just trying to get something up the middle or in the air, and was able to get the first one in, and the next one second and third with less than 2 outs, just trying to put the ball and play up the middle. So
is your timing there right now? I mean, are you wanting to see all the pitchers? Are they throwing you everything that they have right now?
Not everything. That was good to see that lefty there at the end there. He was throwing some sinkers in, and spring training for everybody. I think that 2-0 pitch. Tim Timmons back there goes, oh, geez, that's off the plate. But, it's good. It's good to get out there and get game action.
Yeah, dangerous count here. Here's 2-2 on the way and laid off an off-speed pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, Joe, how much of your spring is also not about you, but about helping out your teammates, specifically pitchers, whether it's during live BP, things that they worked on and things you think will be better for them this coming season? Is that part of your spring as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's pulling for each other and trying to make everybody better. Out here looking at guys, see if as pitchers, see if they're tipping pitches or if they're working on something. You try to help them out with that. But it's fun. You're talking baseball. You're back at the ball yard, and it's a lot of fun.
Infield base hit off the bat of Josh Harrison, so he's at first. Here comes Gregory Polanco to bat. What was your take on the pickup of Logan Morrison here? And you know the numbers that he puts up, but already can you tell a little bit about the character in the clubhouse?
Yeah, he's great. He's great. He's excited to be here. We're excited to have him. He's ready to get going, ready to help this ball club win, and he's definitely going to help us. So excited to have him here. Always liked him from the other side. Looks like a gamer that he plays hard, and he'll fit in nicely here.
Pitch, Polanco's in there for a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. Sanchez out of the stretch. Quick throw over as Harrison gets back easily.
How do you view expectations, Joe, for this team based on what you guys accomplished last year and the group you bring back?
Well, I think every year, even last year, we had really high expectations for our ball club, and we were able to achieve some of those goals. And this year it's just trying to get better and build upon those. But this year it's not a secret. Everybody knows we're pretty good. We got a pretty good ball club, and added pieces. Like you said, Logan and our pitching staff there. The bullpen, and getting a trade with getting Odorizzi over here. So we added some really nice pieces to our already pretty good ball club.
Little hit and run right there, executed it perfectly. Harrison now at third, and Polanco pulled one to the right side. You made a comment just now about everybody knows we're pretty good. And with that expectations, is there added pressure on you guys to maybe, hey, we expect to get back to where you were last year?
Well, it might be a little bit from the outside, but it's just down here reminding guys, remember how we got there last year. Doing the little things, running the bases and playing good defense, and pulling for each other, 1 through 9, and it's just some healthy reminders down here. But I've really liked how everybody's coming to camp and how they're going about their work, and it's really nice to see.
Morin bats, first and third, nobody out. Sanchez, this one's jammed in the center field. That's going to land for a base hit. So 3 hits off of Anibal Sanchez here. That's plated another run, and now it's 3-2.
Yeah, Joe, speaking of good defense last year, Buxton won a Gold Glove. Dozier won a Gold Glove as well. Your defense was outstanding as well at first base. Did you sense that kind of year defensively was coming, going back to all the work you've done in previous springs on the neighboring field here?
Well, yeah, just, looking around the diamond, I mean, these guys coming into spring training last year, kind of took it personal. We knew we had athletes at all different positions, and we knew we should be better defensively, and guys really took it personal and went out here and worked hard every day, and it was a lot of fun to see, get a front row seat to see what Buck did last year, and then Dozier, has won the Gold Glove last year. He finally gets recognized. He plays a pretty good second baseman over there, so it's nice to see some of those boys get rewarded, and we're looking to keep improving on that end of the game too.
Mercer takes this one inside. That's a strike. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. What was your take on Morneau, a good friend of yours in camp here? What's the conversation like now, and that he's kind of a special instructor and you're still the player? Well,
it's fun. It's fun to have him down here, back in the clubhouse, and a Twins uniform. He looks pretty good in the Twins uniform. But,
always has.
I don't think people giving him a whole lot of credit for what he did on the defensive side there at first base. In my opinion, could have won the Gold Glove multiple times. And, for me to have him down here and to pick his brain and, how to do things better at the first base side was huge. So, he's always got great input, and definitely on the offensive side, too. He can, rub off on some of these guys. Is pretty good.
Count of 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch, Sanchez delivers off speed, laid off, and now evens it up. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Batter is Mercer. He's 0 for 2 here this afternoon. Pirates threatening here in the top half of the 6th inning. 2 on, nobody out, 1 in. As Anibal, long pause, and now delivers. Strike 3, got it on the outside corner. Good pitch.
Hey, Joe, who was the young man that threw out the first pitch today?
Oh, that was my nephew Nick Maurer. He was pretty excited to come out and throw out the first pitch. And, he's been throwing all morning, getting ready. And
I was out in the parking lot with him.
Yeah.
They had Minnesota Day, and Dad and your mom out there, and Billy was warming up with him, and he's getting in the catcher's position and everything.
Yeah, he did well. He went right up to the rubber, which I was pretty proud uncle right there with going right to the rubber and finding a strike. So, he takes after his dad a little bit. His dad was a pitcher, and it was a lot of fun to have him out on the field. And just have that little moment with them.
Speaking of your family, and your brother Jake was managing for years now in the Twins minor league system, has stepped away from that this season and this year, I guess, to spend more time with his family. Is this a tough adjustment? He's been so invested in the game now for years and now doing something else?
Yeah, it was a tough decision. Obviously he loves what he does, and to be able to come down here, and he's pretty much managed all of our guys, throughout the organization, and to see these guys grow and to have success, he's really proud of the group that's up here now. But I've talked with him a little bit. He's excited with his new path and career path, and he's kind of taking that as a new challenge and getting into it too. But yeah, it's got to be a little weird for him this time of year. I've been coming down here for 18 years, 17 years, just like I have, and it's got to be a little different for him this time of year.
0-1 runs it up and in, evens it up 1 ball, 1 strike. Talk about your path, Joe. You're coming into this camp, your last year of your contract. Have you even thought about at the end of the season, or is there discussion now with family that what you might want to do?
It's funny. I don't really get too far ahead of myself with that. Obviously you get a little sentimental. You realize that you've been coming here year after year, and for me, this is my 17th big league spring training, and it's definitely I've been blessed to be able to do that, and but for me, I'm really just coming into this year and trying to enjoy the heck out of it. Kind of like I do every year, and there's a lot of excitement, and there should be a lot of excitement about this ball club. So I'm definitely excited to get going.
Count of 1-2, 1 out. Twins trying to get a ground ball, double play. And this pitch is high, laid off, 2-2.
Hey, Joe, do you sense some parallels with this group compared to some of the playoff teams the Twins had, the late 2000s, and that great run that the team went on from 2000 to 2010? Are there some parallels with this group right now?
Yeah, over that 17 years, you've kind of seen get out there.
Get up, and that ball's going to be high off the wall, and I think they're ruling it's going to be a home run. Third base umpire out on that play, and I thought outfielders played it like it came back onto the field, and it did, but it hit off the railing up top. That's going to be a 3-run homer.
Geez, I should get off the camera here. We've given up 4 runs since I've been on here, guys.
Well, it's not as bad as Carl Pavano when we had him up in the booth one time. That was his wife. We were interviewing his wife, and he gave up about 6 runs in a third of an inning.
Yeah.
And here's the pitch on the way, and that's in there to Bostic for a strike.
But I'm not sure if you finished your thought, Joe, about the parallels with that group to this group.
No, it's been fun. Like I said, I've been here for 17 years, and you kind of seen some waves of talent come through. Like that Torrey and Koskis and Jock and Mankiewicz and those type of players coming through and having some success. And then you talk about the Kadires and Mornos and myself, and then kind of see some of this young core kind of coming up here. It's kind of fun to watch, all grow together and learn how to play the game. Learn to play the game that we've been, with this organization playing for a while. So, it's a lot of fun to see the progression and, the level that the guys are at right now.
Weiss bats, first baseman. He takes it in there for a strike. Boy, Joe, you rattled off some good name players. Mm-hmm. And, for your career to be able to play with a group of guys that special. You've been to the playoffs last year. How important was it for you guys to get in the playoffs and come up a little bit short in the 1-game playoff with the Yankees?
Well, it was huge. Every big league season you can have a lot of ups and downs, but last year I think the guys just got tired of me telling them, hey, you guys are good enough. Let's go. But for them to get a taste of that and to experience that, the highs and lows throughout a season, and to put ourselves in position in the wild card game was huge. I always tell everybody they got tired of me telling them how cool it was, how the postseason was. But to get a little taste of that, these guys, they just want more, and I'm right along with them, and we want to get ourselves back in a position where we can play some October baseball.
We need to take 10 seconds pause for our stations to identify themselves. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Honeyball delivers, and it's inside. Moved him off the plate, and another deep count here to a batter for the Pirates. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sanchez got hurt, 3-run homer in the 6th here. And has given up 4 runs trying to get the 3rd out. And there it is, strike 3. Joe, thanks a lot for sticking around and talking to us. Love talking baseball with you.
Yeah, thanks
Joe.
guys. Have
All
a
right.
good one. Thank you.
4-run, 6th inning has given the Pittsburgh Pirates now a 5-3 lead over the Twins. We'll be back. You're listening to Twins Baseball. Twins down 5-3. Miguel Sano will lead off. And the first pitch down and in, ball 1. Stephen Brault, 2nd inning of relief out for Pittsburgh. Had an easy 1-2-3 5th. Sano 0 for 2. A little number off the end of the bat. Evens it up 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, Target Field Suites. They're available for single game rental for groups of 16 all the way up to 150. Whether it's the Premier, Event, Puckett, or the Skyline Suites, enjoy the ballgame in style, food and beverages. It's all included in every deal. And a check swing. See if he went around. He did not. So 2 balls and 1 strike. If you're interested in getting a suite, I want you to go to twinsbaseball.com/groups. A lot of changes here for the Pittsburgh Ball Club. Give them to you in just a second. And a pitch, strike, catches the outside corner. All I know is that number 83 is catching. And I believe that's Christian Kelly. 61 is at third base, Eric Wood.
Yes.
Okay, all he did was got the numbers. And a check swing laid off.
Here you go, Danny. The infield you're at now at shorts, and that is Kevin Kramer.
Yep, 72.
Yeah, second baseman
38.
is 38, Max Maroff.
Yep. 83 at first.
And that is Jarek Suter.
Gotcha. And payoff pitch 3-2. Big swing and a miss. And goes down swinging out number 1.
And the outfield you have now in left Jason Martin. In center Austin Meadows. And in right, who ran for Polanco in that top half of the 6th inning, Todd Cunningham stays in.
Bingo.
And is now in right.
And for the Twins, it's going to be Lamont Wade. He came on for Eddie Rosario. And he'll get his first at bat. And takes it inside for a strike.
Sorry, Danny. Right back yesterday from Dunedin, we brought up this young man's name. He has your eye so far here in spring.
He does. I just, the body type, the bat speed, the plate coverage, ground ball, backhand, nice stop by the third baseman. And he runs hard, runs well, and he is just retired there. But he seems to make good contact. And just his body language running on and off the field, the way he's hustles out to his position to warm up, the way he comes in and, he hustles off the field, makes good contact. I like him. And I like this guy here too, Logan Morrison. He's 0 for 2. And getting a start at first base. And there's a strike called to him on the inside corner. Robbie Grossman introduced me today to him. We were in the clubhouse here talking a little bit. He goes, Logan, you're going to like this guy. And I looked at him and I said, what? He goes, I mean, you're going to like him. He goes, you guys are cut out of the same cloth. So right away, I appreciate Robbie introducing me to him.
I wonder if Logan's had a lot of takers since he announced to the world what kind of house he's looking for.
Yeah.
In the Twin Cities.
I got a pond in my backyard if he wants to rent the basement.
It's an option. It's
huh?
a nice
basement.
Great part of the Metro.
Yeah. Bats here, the count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good crowd here this afternoon. Wind kind of dying down a little bit. And a little pop up in the infield. Shortstop shades his eyes and puts that one away. So Stephen Brault had another 1-2-3 inning through 6 here at Century Lake Sports Complex. It's the Pirates. They're up 5-3. And you're listening to Twins Baseball. Hey, Twins Baseball brought to you by Mayo Clinic Sports Medicine. They know there is one goal: to outperform. Meet your goals at sportsmedicine.mayoclinic.org. Top of the 7th. Twins down 5-3. Here's Corey Provis.
All right, Danny, thank you. Anibal Sanchez back out for his 2nd inning. Misses down and inside, so quickly 2 balls and no strikes on Cole Tucker. And the next one on the way. Off speed is swing and a miss. 2-1. Kind enough to join us now from the Twins dugout. We welcome in Twins center fielder Byron Buxton. Always appreciate your time. And how's your spring going so far, Buck?
It's going good. You know, just to be able to get back out here and get things going, get baseball back to going, and getting back with your brothers. You know, that's always a good time. So it's just us getting back out there and getting back up, getting our swing back up under us, and you know, doing what we do.
Pitch outside, 3-1 now on Tucker. And the next one of the way, and that's in the outside corner strike. And coming off a magnificent season for you, and defensively, the Gold Glove, the Platinum Glove. You got a spot picked out at home where that hardware is going to go?
Not yet. I'm going to let my family see it first, and you know, just go from there. They've been wanting to see it for a little time now, so can't wait for them to see it, and we'll find somewhere to find out.
Swing and a miss and a breaking ball, so Tucker strikes out, and that's out number 1. Your hand fully healed, and also the injury you sustained at Yankee Stadium in the playoff game, that was a scare, and you had to leave that game early. Healthy for the year?
I am healthy. You know, I went to the offseason and got myself back together. Feel a little bit stronger. Feel a little bit faster, but, you know, just ready to get back out here.
You feel faster?
A little bit.
That's awesome.
A little bit.
Now, what is it? Do you race your brother? Is it your brother every offseason, and you have yet to beat him? Is that true?
That's correct.
Did you beat him this winter?
I didn't.
Sent foul out of play. For those who don't know, your brother is older.
31.
And you're the fastest man, arguably, in baseball. And yet you're a lot younger than your brother.
Correct.
And what is it that you cannot overcome when you race him?
He just gets out the box quicker than I do.
What's the distance on it? Is it short?
No, we run 60 feet.
Okay.
But he's just, he ran track in high school, so his form is good. He knows how to comes out the hole. So he probably gets me maybe 3-4 steps before, out the chute. But it's me on the back end, me having long strides, I can catch him down, but the finish line is there by then.
Austin Meadows grounds out to second. Nick Gordon now defending at second base, throws low, but dug out at first by Brock Stassi. So there are 2 down. How do you work on your running? How often do you work on your running in the winter? It's not just about your swing, but how do you do it? How do you go about working on your speed and your running in the offseason?
I work on it pretty much every day. I'm not the guy that gains a lot of weight, so I told myself, if you can't gain too much weight, just try to make yourself faster. So, my track coach from high school, when I go back, high school coach allowed me to work out at the high school. So, I grab my track coach, and he'll go out there and just show me, the techniques of form, the techniques of how to get out the blocks a little bit quicker. And it's just something I kind of stick to. I come out every morning, try to get that up under me and use that as a warm-up, and it helps me feel better throughout the day.
Fastball strike 3 called on Max Maroff. So Sanchez comes back a 1-2-3-7, striking out 2. Hey, Buck, can you stick around for one more half inning?
I got you.
Byron Buxton will do that. The bat, home 7. He come back trailing 5-3 on your home baseball. On a beautiful day here in Fort Myers. Twins will bat home 7, trailing the Pittsburgh Pirates by a score of 5-3 with the 2-time World Series champion Danny Gladden. Corey Provis back with you from the Century Lake Sports Complex. On to pitch now for Pittsburgh, a right-hander. Tyler Epler was at AAA Indy last year. Started 21 games, ERA just under 5. And he will face Nick Gordon. Good to see Nick back in the lineup here today. He had been sidelined recent days after jamming his wrist. Looking like Byron Buxton, sprinting around the bases on a triple, head first slide and jammed his wrist, but good to go. Now defending at second base. And the pitch on the way is a strike, and Mr. Buxton kind enough to stick around here for one more half inning. Your offense last year, some more great strides. The second half was tremendous for you. First the 0-1 to Nick, and that's inside, a ball and a strike. And at times, and this came up a lot with you and also James Rowson, going back to the mechanics of your swing and You know, the toe tap, the stride. Are you set now with what you're going to do with your lower body at the plate?
As far as now, yeah. You know, one day, you know, we've been talking. I could be come back, you know, once I get the feeling and get the balance and go through it. You know, I could bring back my leg kick. But as far as now, you know, I'm going to stick to what I'm doing just because it's working. You know, it's something I did in high school and something I can always go back to keep it simple.
And did you stick with that same approach all off season when you started hitting?
I did. You know, I didn't go out and try to change anything. I just took what I had and tried to bid off of it from last season and make myself better. So, you know, I came into spring training feeling good, same swing. So, you know, it's just me getting out here and getting the timing and getting it back.
Gordon strikes out, 1 down. Twins trailing 5-3 here in the 7th. Well, folks, there is still plenty of time to join us down here in Fort Myers for baseball, but also head to the beaches. Fort Myers and Sanibel. Great scenery down here. Learn more about our seashells at FortMyersSanibel.com. Ryan Lamar, who checked into the game earlier in right field, bats for the first time and sends one foul. 0-1 on Lamar.
Byron, I want to ask you, your son comes to the ballpark here a lot, and having had children myself that I could raise at ballparks, and we've seen other players over the years bring their kids out on the field. Does your son realize the impact that you have on Major League Baseball right now, and does he enjoy baseball?
I don't think so. You know, he's still a little young to realize that, but he loves it. You know, any day that I got a game, he's wanting to come. So, you know, that's the lucky part for me. I got a son that loves the game.
Does it ever end when you go home, like, hey, Dad, I want to play catch, or, you know, swing a wiffle bat or something?
Oh, that's every day. As soon as I leave here, you know, it's back to baseball. But, you know, that's the fun part of life. You know, I get to go home every day, get to throw the ball back to him. He can hit it now. You know, that's the fun part of fatherhood. So I'm trying to enjoy the times while I can before he grows up on me.
Lamar strikes out quickly, 2 down. Now Brock Stassi, another guy who's back in the lineup today. He had been slowed by a back injury. Twins are down 5-3. Quickly 2 down in the 7th inning as the pitch is outside, ball 1. Defensively, Byron, it wasn't just you. It was also Dozier. It was also Mauer. The outfield defense with Kepler and Rosario was certainly a strength last year for how the team performed. And the 1-0 is looped to shallow right, but this is going to be right at Cunningham will make the catch. And unfortunately, we ran out of time. But Buck, as always, thanks for the time and continued success down here.
All right, thank you.
We thank Byron Buxton for joining us the entire 7th inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning as the Twins go down in the 7th. We're on to the 8th inning. Sanchez coming back out. It's 5-3 Pittsburgh, and you're home for Twins baseball. A 4-run Pittsburgh 6th, the decisive inning so far. 5-3 Pittsburgh now in the 8th. And Todd Cunningham, who ran for Polanco and scored in that inning, is batting for the first time today. 1 ball and 1 strike. Anibal Sanchez gave up 4 in the 6th, then 4 hits, and came back with a 1-2-3 7th, and out to begin this 8th inning. And the 1-1 is a strike called 1-2. It was interesting hearing from Garvin Alston during our interview earlier today, and there are some things that the Twins are hoping to see out of Anibal Sanchez here in the spring if he will make the team. The 1-2 is lined to left, shallow, slicing and falling, shy of Wade. That's a leadoff single for Todd Cunningham to begin this 8th inning. And Sanchez got hit hard last year. Is on the roster. A non-guaranteed contract, though, is what he agreed to. And so Sanchez makes the team. There's some value there. If he doesn't, it'll cost about $500,000. But will he throw everything that he did with the Tigers, or will he eliminate a few pitches? Runner goes, and the pitch is over but low. Throw to second base is late, and Cunningham runs. And we've seen that on both sides today. Teams are looking to run. And Cunningham with a stolen base, and nobody out here in the 8th inning. Eric Wood, the third baseman, is batting. Twins bullpen now activity. A right-hander up, and a breaking ball misses low. 2-0. Even though Sanchez was hit hard last year, gave up home runs, he still struck out 8 batters per 9. And that's an element that this Twins team needs. Strikeouts from their pitchers. And the 2-0. That's a strike call. The 2-0 changeup. It looked like Danny coming inside.
Well, that's his bread and butter pitch right there, and it's a pitch that he can't throw for strikes when he needs to. But you know, I think he's at a crossroad here. Are the Twins looking for him to be a starter, or are they looking to him to be the long guy? Because he did start pitching out of the bullpen last year.
Up and in, ball 3.
So I think that's something new to him. He's always been a starter. Looked up some of his numbers, and when his skill set started to decline, or when he got roughed up a little bit, they kind of missed a few of his starts, and then all of a sudden came out of the bullpen as kind of a long guy for the Tigers.
Sanchez, a glance back towards second behind Wood. 3-1. And the pitch on the way is high, ball 4, walk. But what Garvin was saying about Sanchez as he limited some of his pitches, he said not yet, that he's still going by his same routine he's done throughout his career, but the deeper he goes into spring, then maybe he'll make a few changes. He will be lifted from the game here. So Sanchez through 47 pitches, he is out, and Paul Molitor will make a pitching change. I think that's John Curtis now coming into the game for the Twins. And that is indeed the man that will come in and pitch for the Twins. Pittsburgh has 2 on, nobody out, batting and leading in the 8th inning. It's 5-3 Pirates on your home for Twins baseball. Blue skies and sunshine today here in Fort Myers. Pittsburgh leading the Twins by a score of 5-3. Anibal Sanchez departs here in the 8th inning with 2 on and nobody out. Gives way to right-hander John Curtis, whom we saw late last season, just 9 games. In the minor leagues, John threw well, splitting time at Double-A Chattanooga and Triple-A Rochester. Saved 13 games with the Lookouts and 6 more with the Red Wings 35 strikeouts in 25 innings. At one level, 33 and 24 at the higher level. The power arm. John Curtis is that. 24 years old, 6'5", 215, facing Kevin Kramer, the Pittsburgh shortstop, with 2 on and nobody out. And here it comes, and a fastball up and in, and that's ball 1. Cunningham at second. It's Wood at first. And the 1-0, and that's peeled foul off the net. 93, a fastball there from John. Curtis made his big league debut on August 25th in Toronto, striking out Steve Pearce in a perfect 9th inning. He was named the relief pitcher on the Twins organizational all-star team by MILB.com, covering the minor leagues. 5-3. Twins are down here in the 8th inning. Twins got their offense early, single tallies in the 1st, 3rd, and 4th innings. And the 1-1 is on the outside corner. And now it's even. Brian Dozier, 2 hits today, 2 doubles, a run scored. Joe Mauer knocked in 2 runs. Max Kepler, an RBI single. Buxton, a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. And the 1-2 outside. Let's kind of reset the Twins defense right now. Some changes, and we had some guests in recent innings. So Lamont Wade is in left. James Ramsey's in center. Ryan Lamar defending now in right. Brock Stassi at first. Nick Gordon at second. Eric Ibar, who was at second, now is at short. Taylor Featherston is at third. As the 2-2 slides inside and low, and still Brian Navarretto catching. Curtis now behind the batter Kramer, 3-2. Runners lead. Runners stay, and the payoff is ball 4. Fastball up and away. And we saw this late yesterday in Dunedin, where the Twins were tied 8-8 entering the 8th inning, and then things went haywire. Both on the field and in the booth, really. But hey, we powered through it. But walks and hit batters and errors led to a 5-run Blue Jay 8th, and the Twins lost 13-8. Here's Christian Kelly, catcher, as Curtis misses inside and low at 93, ball 1.
Well, Corey, it's got to be tough. You're sitting around all day here, and you try to keep your body loose. And then when the phone rings, or you're asked, or you know you're going to come in late in the ball game, tough, I think, to get your legs loose for sure.
Pitch is outside, ball 2. Curtis not throwing strikes right now, and he got ahead a moment ago of Kramer.
Yeah, he's upset. Both those pitches looked like they were pretty good. But I just, as a young player, when I have to go in late in the ball game, my legs would be the last thing I could get loose.
There's a good popping fastball at 93 from Curtis. Strike called, 2-1. Well, the Twins bullpen right now, and I think all this is subject to change if they open up Danny with 7 in the pen or 8, and that depends on the starting rotation. And the 2-1 is sent foul behind the plate, but say it is 7. Say they go to a 5, although it seems like they may lean to the 4 and 8.
Yeah, when are we going to get any clarity on that? I mean, it's still way up in the air. We hear about it. It's only March 4th. I think that even though we're breaking camp a little early this year, I don't think that they're going to wait, I think, until maybe the last week of camp before they dial that in.
2-2, wild pitch. Gets by the catcher coming home, but Navarretto has a chance. Throws to the plate late. And a run scores on a wild pitch. Navarretto, it took a big bounce off the backstop. And Navarretto, if he fields that ball cleanly, he has a chance to get the runner at the plate, Cunningham. But never got it cleanly. And with that, the delayed throw. And the 6th Pittsburgh run scores. Twins are down by 3.
You were talking about the ball game yesterday, how that 5th inning, that 5-run eighth inning kind of fell apart. A lot of walks, only a couple of hits, a hit batter, and here a couple of walks, wild pitch.
As he misses outside, and that's ball 4, and Curtis again looks in towards Tim Timmons. He's a seasoned umpire behind the plate today, but Curtis with another walk. 3rd walk of the inning, 2nd from Curtis, and that loads him up again. Still nobody out. Twins are down 6-3. Now Barreto going to go out and pay a visit here. Jason Martin is the batter, left fielder. And the pitch, check, swing, strike. So Wood at 3rd, Kramer at 2nd, Kelly at 1st. 1 in, 3 on, nobody out. Twins only have 3 hits. Pittsburgh with 10. As now the Twins have a left-hander throwing in the pen. The 0-1 pitch is skied foul, slicing out of play. Look at Casey Crosby in the bullpen, brought over from the minor league side today. Minor league camp opens up here in a few days officially, although a bunch of guys are already down the street working out. Once minor league camp opens up, Danny, not long after that you start seeing your first round of cuts.
Yep.
Over here on the big league side, and the 0-2 is up.
You know, I think that somebody had asked the questions about, hey, when are cuts? And the answer came back as, we don't want to send guys down there right now. They're playing games right now. So if they go down there to the minor leagues, they're going to be sitting around for a few days until, you know, everybody shows up, and then they start their game. So they feel that they would rather have those guys here in camp playing baseball games.
Inside slider, 2-2 now on Jason Martin.
And I'm not sure what the schedule, you know, with the split doubleheaders that we had a little bit earlier, that's kind of nice to have all the guys in camp.
And the 2-2, low and inside, breaking ball, ball 3.
Yeah, Curtis is getting squeezed right now here by a veteran umpire, Tim Timmons. That looked like a good pitch, unless the catcher's taking it away. That's the bottom part of the strike zone. That's where you're taught to pitch, is down in there.
Has to throw a strike here. Bases loaded, and the 3-2 is sent foul, a fastball. John Curtis getting back to the state of the Twins bullpen right now. Not guaranteed a spot is Curtis, even though he ended last year with the team. He has to earn it. Won't be easy. There's a lot of candidates and not many spots to be had in that Twins bullpen this time around. Again, the 3-2. Ground ball right side. Should be 2. Gordon Field, 2nd for 1. Ibar's relay, and there's a double play. A run scores, but Curtis will take that. Pittsburgh adds a run. It's now 7-3, but 2 outs here in this 8th inning. Well, Twins spring training baseball is always live with MLB.com at bat, the mobile app. Stay connected all spring with radio broadcasts, stats, news, video highlights, and more. Download MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Kramer to 3rd base, Kelly out at 2nd on the 4th, and now Jarek Suter, the first baseman. Fastball from Curtis at 95 is a ball. Righty to righty. And the 1-0, ball 2. Crowd today a sellout. Said it was a massive crowd. Minnesota Day always is. The Pirates brought a great contingent as well. 8,386. A beautiful Hammond Stadium. And the 2-0 pitch is popped up foul right above our broadcast location. That's going to bounce around the concourse, and then a one-hand catch by a fan. He's going to pass it down the row a little bit. Two and 1 on Suter. Strike 2. Good slider that time from Curtis. Twins had a 3-0 lead early in this game, but haven't scored since the 4th inning. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Ball pops away. Navarreto picks it up from foul territory, throws him out, and that's the 3rd out. So Curtis does limit the damage despite walking a couple and issuing a wild pitch. The Pirates add 2 more, and after 7.5, it now reads Pittsburgh 7, Twins 3. On your home for Twins baseball. Seven unanswered runs from the Pirates. Twins are down 7-3. Bottom half of the 8th inning. Eric Ibar batting for the first time today. Came in originally for Dozier at second. Now defending at short. Signed a minor league deal not long ago with the Twins, wearing number 0. Twins have a 0 in camp. They have a 99 in camp. And both are big league players, Ibar and Logan Morrison. And the 1-0 on Ibar is down low, ball 2. Ibar with San Diego last year. Had some great seasons with the Angels, a Gold Glove, an All-Star in years past. And he has told Paul Molitor, I'm doing anything you want here in camp to try to win a spot. Strike call, the fastball. Still Epler pitching for Pittsburgh, 2-1.
You know, years ago, this guy was one of the premier shortstops in all of baseball. When you talk about top 5 guys, Ibar was it with the Angels.
Well, he and Howie Kendrick formed a great double play tandem, and the 2-1 swing and a miss. And they were together, Danny, a long time. That was a lengthy tandem, and it worked so well for Mike Scioscia for so many years.
And as we get older, the skill set kind of fades a little bit. But like he said, he'll do anything to make this club.
Ibar, switch hitter, batting left-handed, and the 2-2 doesn't chase, low and inside, ball 3.
But what a piece to have. I mean, you know, you're looking at him as not so much the everyday starting shortstop, but he's going to battle Escobar, Adrianza for that utility role.
3-2, ground ball sharply right side. The second baseman plays it well, shuffling left, and we're off. Throws out Ibar. Out number 1.
Hey, Corey, it's nice to have what we'd call an insurance policy, guys that are down in the system, and I'm not saying Ibar is going to go down to Rochester maybe for 30 days. You know, some players will say, okay, I'll go down there for X amount of days. If I'm not up by then, you let me out of my contract. You know, might do something like that, or he might have something to where if I'm not on the club by a certain date, he gets to be in camp. He's in shape. There's other scouts, the other teams that are seeing him, and you know what? They might need that type of player.
Pitch outside, ball 1 on Brian Navarretto. Replaced Mitch Garver behind the plate earlier today. Navarretto, a terrific defensive catcher. Hoping his bat can pick up here as his professional career continues, but defensively, maybe the top Twins catching prospect in their system defensively. And the 1-1 is Sky to shallow right, slicing foul but playable. Battling the sun is Cunningham, and to his left, he'll reach out and catch him. And that's out number 2. So now Nick Buss will hit for the first time in the DH spot that was occupied by Joe Mauer today. Thanks again to all of our guests for joining us today. Captain Ryan Kane and Byron Buxton, Garvin Alston, Joe Mauer. Good stuff here today from Fort Myers as Epler misses low ball 1. No broadcast for us tomorrow. We're back with you on Tuesday. The Orioles are here for a day game. That'll be a radio only broadcast on Tuesday afternoon. And the 1-0 is outside. Kyle Gibson's going to pitch tomorrow. Twins have a road trip in Clearwater against the Phillies. And we'll be here for Adalberto Mejia on Tuesday afternoon. 7-3 Pittsburgh in the 8th, 2 down. And the 2-0 is on the outside corner strike. Now the 2-1, swing and a miss. Buss, big hitter, Pacific Coast League last year. Was in the Padres system. As he waits for the 2-2 from right-hander Tyler Epler, and it's on the way and it's in to run it full. And the payoff pitch, and that's poke foul. Honeyball Sanchez charged for 6 runs here today at just over 2 innings. 5 hits, a walk, struck out 2. And the 3-2 pitch, ground ball right side. This will be fielded easily by Maroff, and the second baseman throws out Buss. And the Twins go down 1-2-3 for the 4th consecutive inning. We go to the 9th. Pittsburgh batting and leading 7-3 from Fort Myers. This is Twins baseball. Alan Buznitz is the new pitcher for the Twins last year. Had 28 games, ERA under 2, and just over 31 innings. He struck out 23 batters, and he and John Curtis are kind of in that same battle right now for a spot maybe in the Twins bullpen here. Jackson Williams leads off as Williams swings, and that one clips the catcher Brian Navarreto. And home plate umpire Tim Timmons will give Brian some extra time here to get himself right. But Buznitz, he can bring heat. Curtis throws hard. Buznitz, Hildenberger, guys that a year ago this time were not on the roster, whom we saw late in games in the spring and thought maybe they could make an impact in 2017, and boy, do they ever. And the 0-1 off speed is outside. Breaking ball that'll kick back to the screen. 1-1, and not only were these guys making an impact, but think about when they were throwing in games. These were tight games late down the stretch, and they were throwing 7th, 8th innings. And the 1-1 is popped up, foul. This one coming in our direction and will just miss our window. It just hits the top. Our vantage point here. Strike 3 on Jackson Williams. So he is out, number 1. That's what Buznitz can do. Went off speed right there to get Williams. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Twins. Austin Meadows is the batter. Meadows grounded out to second in the 7th inning. No balls and a strike. Buznitz from the stretch, and the pitch high. And now it's even. Twins have used Barrios, Baxendale, Rodney, Reed, Sanchez, Curtis, and now Allen. Ground ball up the middle. Gordon to his right, and it's off his glove. A diving attempt that rolled slowly out in the center. It's going to be ruled a base hit, one would imagine. Ground ball up the middle. Gordon, a diving attempt to his right. Now, we've seen Nick Gordon, Danny, more at second base than we have at short, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
So far?
I just think this is circumstances right now that they just want to see Ibar over there a little bit right now. But I think Nick Gordon, he knew his only play was to have to kind of dive for it and slide. And as he's coming up, he's going to be fielding that ball. So he's already sliding up and getting in a throwing position. It kind of slowed him down when he hit that grass and just got off the tip of his glove.
Now Max Maroff. Twins a double play depth. Pirates up by 4 here in the 9th inning. Meadows leads and stays as Buznitz misses low at 95, 2-0. Allen now steps off and throws over. Behind 2-0. And the pitch, and that's sent foul. Slicing out of play. 2-1. PNC Park will be fun for the Pirates home opener. Twins will be there April, after opening up the year in Baltimore. And the 2-1 is high. Ball 3. Throw to first and back in safely is Meadows.
So we get Baltimore's opener,
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh's opener,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking forward to that because I think with the tradition that Pittsburgh Pirates have, that ought to be a fun opening day. And then come home and we open up our opener.
Swing and a miss, strike 2. April 5, the Twins home opener at home against Seattle. Tickets available for that game at twinsbaseball.com. But the Pirates open the season interleague play in Detroit. Let's see, 3-game series before coming home to take on the Twins. Runner goes, 3-2 is fouled off. And we've been to PNC before. It's such a great venue. It's beautiful, overlooking the Allegheny River and the Clemente Bridge. And then you have the downtown Pittsburgh skyline. And opening day especially, thousands of people will be walking across that Clemente Bridge, all decked out in their black and gold. It'll be quite the sight. Runner goes, and the 3-2 is fouled off. And what stands out, too, with Pittsburgh is that their 4 teams all have the same colors, right?
Well, the Penguins, Steelers, Pirates.
I said 3 teams. I'm sorry. It's no basketball.
No.
But the 3 teams all have the same colors.
Easy to paint the town up, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to take down all the decorations. They're the same color.
And the 3-2. Ground ball right side. Base hit right field. Former off. Meadows will round second. Try for third. The throw will go through and not in time. And the Pirates have runners at the corners, looking to add on to a 4-run lead here in the 9th inning. Yeah, I dig this year and the schedule, and in the 2018 year coincides with the interleague partner being the NL Central. I just think it's fun. Matchups, it makes sense geographically. And, the Twins have some fun trips planned, going to Milwaukee for 3 games as opposed to 2, going to Wrigley Field for
Don't we go to Milwaukee from Chicago?
Talk about a week the Twins will have. They have a 3-team road trip, but in only 2 cities as Cunningham takes outside. This is going to go, I think, late June into July, so the weather's ideal.
Yes.
Twins will have a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series at the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field. And the 1-0 on Cunningham is high. Then they'll stay in Chicago for 3 day games at Wrigley, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then it's up to Milwaukee, a bus ride up to Milwaukee, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So you said Tuesday, Thursday, Friday against the White Sox. So that means we roll in on Monday.
Yes.
With a day off. Well, we usually get in late, right?
Line to right, down the line. That's trouble and a base hit. It'll scoot by the right fielder Wade. Will pick it up near the wall, but just 1 run will score. And the Pirates continue to hammer the Twins late in this game. 8-3.
Well, that ought to be a good trip for the fan base of Minnesota fans that want to come in and not only take on the White Sox, but then you get Wrigley Field, and then just a short drive up the road, you get Miller Park, and you get to see the Brewers. The Twins, 3 games. What a rivalry that used to be.
And school will be out, so it's hopefully a time that kids have some time off, maybe a camp day or 2, and you can check out the Twins and the crew from Miller Park Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday in early July. Twins are down 5, second and third. Eric Wood is the batter. Breaking ball from Buznitz is over, but low, ball 1. That's the pitch that John Curtis wanted a lot today and didn't get the call, and neither does Allen here in this 9th inning. Righty to righty, and the 1-0 is outside. So getting back to that trip, I'm curious who will work alongside the Duke on TV, because if that's Cooperstown Jack, and if Jack has all those days with you in Chicago, because sometimes you go underground, right?
You have to.
You have to go underground.
Yep.
And if it's you and Jack,
we've gone underground before.
Those potential nights, swinging a foul hung onto by Navarreto. But you have day games, Danny, the next day.
That's when you find out how good you are.
Okay.
Are you kidding me, Corey?
Okay. But we don't know yet if that's Cooperstown Jack or who will be alongside the Duke on that fun trip.
Well, Jack and I had a day off there in Chicago, I think 2 years ago, and somebody sitting to my right here joined us halfway through the day and bailed on us probably 4 or 5 hours later. Could not make the bell for the nightcap. Disappointing. But we had a blast. Boy, we had fun.
3-1 on Wood, and that's line to short and through, base hit. Another run scores. 9-3 Pittsburgh, still 1 out.
Well, Corey, you're from Chicago,
Yes,
and
sir.
I can see that. You don't want to run with your partner here in your own hometown, do you?
I got peeps.
Right, you got peeps you got to
I
see.
got peeps.
I get that. I get that. But you know how much you go to Chicago. You're not going to stay in your room. You're going to get out and you're going to sightsee.
Yes.
There's so many things to see in Chicago, to do. Restaurants, a lot.
Kevin Kramer, first and third. Buznitz a strike. I think another, I won't name his name, another gentleman from the Twins group, I think he works in the clubhouse. He tried to join you as well. He tried to hang with you and Jack, and he was a fellow teammate, and he hung around there for a while, but it's not easy. It takes a special kind of person that can hang with you in Cooperstown, Jack.
Well, when Jack and I seem to team up, it seems like it just it's vintage. There's no end. You don't want to stop.
And now a hit batter, 0-2 count, and Buznitz hit Kevin Kramer with a slider. And that's going to load him up, and that's going to bring out Paul Molitor and going to bring in a new pitcher. So a rough go today for Alan Buznitz in command, and was hit hard. So he will leave after 2 more are in this 9th inning, and the bases are still loaded and only 1 out. 9-3 Pirates. We'll take a break, come back on your home for Twins baseball. From the Pirates, wins at one point a 3-0 lead, but it's been all Pittsburgh since a 4-run 6th. And now a 9-3 advantage here for the Bucks as Alan Buznitz departs, and Hector Lujan, coming off a strong minor league season, will work here in place of Buznitz in this 9th inning. Bases are loaded, only 1 out. Christian Kelly is the batter. Lujan wears number 87. With 1 out, and the pitch, fastball over but low from Lujan. Hector 6'3", 230 from Corona, California. 35th round pick in 2015. And the 1-0 pitch has popped up. Back of first, nothing routine here with the sun. The win, Gordon will catch it in foul territory, and the runners hold. That's a good play there from Gordon. You had Gordon going out, you had Stassi going out, the first baseman. Ryan Lamar coming in, and Gordon made the catch in foul territory. Holding at third base and not tagging was Cunningham. Pittsburgh has a comfortable lead here, 9-3 in the 9th inning.
Pretty good skill set right there. That's a long run. You're playing more in double play depth, Corey, as a second baseman near the bag, and he ran a long way for that ball. And watching the monitor here, you could see him take charge and call for it, and call for it loud.
Now Jason Martin, left fielder. Looks at ball 1 outside from Lujan. Mentioned that Lujan had a strong minor league season. It was all with Class A Cedar Rapids. A 1.33 ERA. In 42 games. Struck out 54 batters. Swung on and popped up into right. Shallow. Lamar in. Still running. Now running and calling and catching. And the inning is finally over. But the Pirates had 2 more. Last wraps for the Twins. Down 6. 9-3 Bucks on your home for Twins baseball. Need 6 to tie, bottom 9, trailing 9-3, and before Taylor Featherston leads off, let's step out 10 seconds for station identification. From Fort Myers, this is Twins baseball. Taylor Featherston leads off the 9th inning. Took over third base for Sano earlier. The pitcher on for Pittsburgh, a right-hander. This is Alex McRae. That's a 1-1 count on Featherston. Taylor hits right-handed. And the 1-1 is sky to shallow center. Plenty of room for Meadows. Glove up, shading the sun, and he'll catch it. 1 down. And now Lamont Wade. 6'1", 189 pounds is Wade. Non-roster invite, brought into camp after another solid year. Lamont's only 24, 9th round pick in 2015. Was in the fall league last year at Double-A. And with the Lookouts, OPS over 800, 7 home runs. Keeps his hands low. Lamont Wade does, just above his hip. And the 0-1 tied up. He went. It's a strike. We had Max Kepler on earlier this spring, and Lamont Wade was hitting. And the 0-2 is high. And it's fun asking Kepler. He's a young kid himself, but he's been around for so long. And we asked him about Lamont Wade, and Kepler said, "Who? You bet. He has my attention and many others." And the 1-2 ground ball inside of third down the line. A backhand pick and no chance. That's a single for Lamont Wade. And the Twins have their first hit since the 4th inning. Their first base runner since the 4th inning. A 1-out single there from Lamont Wade as he muscled the ground ball down the third base line.
Well, his last time up also kind of inside out. I'm not sure if that's his 2-strike approach. If it is, it's a good approach. Let the ball get deep. We've seen him kind of drive the ball in some games earlier. But if that's his 2-strike approach, that's a good approach. Just trying to put the ball in play. It seems like they're playing him to pull, and I don't know why, but he's hit 2 balls over the left side. That one infield base hit.
More to like about Lamont Wade. First, James Ramsey steps in. Twins are down 9-3 here in the 9th inning. Going back to last year, Wade, terrific discipline at the plate. Danny, more walks than strikeouts. 76 walks drawn, 71 strikeouts, and he had over 500 plate appearances last year and more walks than strikeouts.
That's rare. That is rare, especially in today's ball player, and that usually the strikeouts are twice as many as the walks, because now that with the strikeouts come the home run and the power.
Twins down 6, bottom 9. Wade not being held on. Not going anywhere. The 0-1, swing and a miss, Ramsey. Breaking ball from McRae, 0-2.
I like this kid here, Ramsey. He's been called over a couple of times here and been down there watching him taking batting practice. And he's a grinder. He's been with some teams. He's been around a little bit, but he seems to be one of those hard-nosed type players.
Pitch is high, ball 1. Jose Barrios started today, 2 1/3 innings, no runs, struck out 2, allowed 3 hits. Fernando Rodney, a scoreless 1-2 3/4. DJ Baxendale got a couple of outs early by the strikeout, the 1-2 check swing, and no appeal made. Addison Reed, an inning, gave up a run. Rough day for Anibal Sanchez, his 2nd time out as a Twin. Curtis and Buznitz both battled command today. And the 2-2 high. Meanwhile, these Pittsburgh relievers, they've been throwing strikes and just getting outs with ease. Jamison Tyone started today for the Pirates, a guy the Twins will certainly see in that early series in April. 2 2/3, gave up 2 runs. 3-2, strike 3 call, top of the zone, a fastball. And Ramsey's out, number 2. Fastball that started in, kept on working its way back towards the corner.
Pretty good pitch right there. He dropped down a little bit and got movement. Looked like it was up and in on him, and it did kind of tail back over, get the top part of the zone.
So now Nick Gordon struck out his first trip today. Last hope for the Twins. Wade runs, and he will take 2nd on indifference. A ball and no strikes. Nick Gordon. 9-3 Pirates, 9th inning. A swing and a miss. Twins will fall to 4-5. Pittsburgh will grab its 3rd Grapefruit League win. I've always thought if you leave spring training around 500, that's okay. And the 1-1 is outside. And
compared to what, losing record?
Yeah, if you get hammered down here, then you think, oh boy, maybe we have more problems than we thought. Conversely, if you win a ton of games and say you rattle off,
you get false hope.
Wins, you're like, hey, we're good. We got everything figured out.
All right, Yankees 8-1, expected to be good.
Yeah, they'll be all right. They'll be all right.
Red Sox 7-3.
2-1, a fly ball deep to right, down the line in the corner, landing foul.
Red Sox 7-3. I know it's early.
Not bad.
Okay, Tampa Bay 5-5. That's what they'll probably be during the year. Baltimore, they're always a club, 4-5 right now. Toronto Blue Jays 3-6. Kansas City 5-2. Cleveland 6-3. Astros 6-3. Expected to do good. Go to the National League. Marlins 6-2. That could be false, right? That could be. Yeah. Phillies 2-8. Are they in or out? I cannot figure them out.
A young team, although they signed Carlos Santana.
Yeah. And they're talking about signing pitchers.
Arrieta, right?
Yeah.
2-2, strike 3, and that's the game. Gordon down on strike swinging, and the Pirates score the game's last 9 runs, and the Twins fall 9-3. Danny, some takeaways from the Twins' 5th Grapefruit League loss today.
Yeah, we're still talking. We're still in the category talking to pitching. It was Brios here today and 2 1/3 innings. Again, pitch count got up there a little bit. 3 hits, a couple of strikeouts. Fernando Rodney, he looked like he was just easy. 1 inning. Addison Reed also a hit and a run. And then Sanchez, Anibal Sanchez is the one that he had one really kind of tough inning. Other than that, they came back out. I thought he looked good. Certain stuff is getting hit by him, but other than that, I think John Curtis pitched well. Velocity looks like it's there. Offensively, what do you want to hear? Dozier ready to go. He probably would have had a couple of home runs today. Bauer, 2 ribbies. Sano, a couple of strikeouts. Need to get him going and need to get that base hit. So let's try to get him going. And I think what they need to do is have him having consistent at bats rather than not play one day, sit 2, stay at home, don't make a road trip. Get him on a bus and make him go up to Clearwater.
All right, we'll see if that happens tomorrow. I'll see you on Tuesday. Final score, Pittsburgh 9, Twins 3. Back with the totals next on your home Twins baseball.